Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Variant Roles Presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage, level 17, the Seadeeps, our part 3 finale of this Gith Boy adventure. Real quick, before we go into a recap, let's introduce everybody. Let us know who you are and who you're going to be playing this evening. Let's start up in this corner with Taryn.
Oh, that's me.
It sure is.
Hi, everyone. I'm Taryn. You can, I guess, find me at Tarzan Nosy on Twitter, and I'm playing Verbane. I almost forgot. He is a Githyanki barbarian.
We are happy to have you back.
Guardian. I'm happy to be back.
Right. Down to the bottom corner over here with Sean. How are you doing this week?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm, of course, playing Garakis, who is a very, very elderly Githyanki, spent too much time on the material plane, and as a result has become quite aged.
Excellent. I do love Garakis's, every time he reminds them that they're actually the same age, he just looks older.
Yeah.
All right, and Steve, right over here. How you doing this week?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Glad to be back. Thank you. Steve, I'm playing Besh. He's a ranger, Horizon Walker class.
I love it. And because we have a rotating cast of characters, because our players are cursed, we have a new guest this week. Nat, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. I'm Nat. I am here playing Therigan, the Githyanki wizard, who admires Asmodeus for his aggressive organizational skills.
Oh my god. I love that. I love it. And real quick, and I didn't ask this, and I should have, and I just forgot. So let's real quick go in the same order, starting with Taryn, if you wouldn't mind just sharing your character's pronouns for us tonight. Taryn.
Oh, Verbane, he, him.
Great. Sean.
Garakis, also he, him.
Great. Steve.
Besh, he, him.
And Nat.
Therigan, he, him.
This is why I call us the Gith Boys. All right, and I am Eugenio Vargas, also known as your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands, and I am happy to be back with all of you this week. So, if you didn't join us in the previous 2 weeks, a little recap about what's going on. Our apparently 6, since there are now 6 of you, some combination of our Gith Boys were sent from the Gith home in the astral plane to the prime material plane, to Waterdeep, to Undermountain, to assist in dealing with an illithid with a mind flare infestation down in the depths of Undermountain. And so they were sent to a group of Githyanki who had been dug in for quite some time, and asked to help with the problem. Once they arrived, the leader of these Githyanki, named Yavelkar, sent them out to defeat a monster of some sort that the Mind Flayers were apparently breeding and getting ready to unleash upon the Githyanki. She sent them on their way, and they fought very successfully an enormous 210-foot-long Neothalid, a monstrosity of illithid creation. After defeating it, they realized that they were a little bit trapped on the other side of some walls of force, which is fine. So they continued on deeper into the Mind Flayer stronghold. They had some trouble getting around in the stronghold due to the intelligent nature of the doors. We had a few go a little mad in trying to decipher the Qualith, the illithid psychic writing that assists in understanding the ways to open these doors. Garakis became terrified of his own party members for about 10 minutes at one point. Someone else got scared of you all for a little while too. Was it you?
Oh, no, I didn't get scared of the group. I got the orange dancing illithids.
Oh, that's right. Oh. Yes, and I think Tilt, our cleric who joined us last week, also was afraid of the group for a while. Anyway, it's not been great, but they have soldiered on. They defeated some metallic scorpion constructs in their first week and were able to proceed deeper into the stronghold. Last week, they met a Githyanki cleric named Tilt, who assisted them in probing a little bit farther deeper into the stronghold, They entered an area where there were 4 turbines being powered by a massive rushing river that was apparently powering whatever evil experiments the illithids were were doing here in their base, and Tilt used control water to great effect to sweep away some Orogs and several mind flayers that came to attack the party while the party was held aloft by some conjured giant bats. It was all very exciting. The theme of this campaign has clearly been lots of combat that never goes quite as you expect. So, last week, unfortunately, Verbane had gone out to try to find some way to get out back to the base, to the Githyanki base, past the walls of force, and hopefully get a rest. And that's when they met Tilt at the end of last week. Tilt used Meld into Stone, I think, to sink into the ground and vanish, saying that he had to go and chase after the rest of the individuals who killed his family. It was all very strange. But Verbane has rushed in to find death and destruction and lots of water in the wake of our players, and for the moment it is just the three of you in here, and that is where we find the three of you right now.
Ah, Verbane, you finally caught up to us.
Yes, it's seems there's no way out.
That's what I was worried about.
We may have found something, actually. I believe Besh has been imparted with a new gift that might help us in that respect.
Yeah, trouble with that is I feel like I can do that one time. So we can make that count. And I would just like to once again state I am very weary, and I think we should try to head back to Lashir, Yavolkar, show them what we've done, gather reinforcements if they have any at the time to yield, and then come back here.
I agree. It's a sound strategy.
I just want to reiterate, there's no way out. I found nothing. Not a thing.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I mean, if you've been searching this entire time you've been gone,
literally the entire time.
yeah.
Which to be fair, like if we think about it, was like maybe an hour or two at the most.
That's a long time for a barbarian. Let's be honest.
That's true. That's a good point.
Or for a gift like not used to the passage of time. That might
Sure. It felt an eternity.
It was a while.
Can feel himself getting older.
Yeah, you look so much older. We all do.
Poor Garakas.
Garakas, you look about the same.
That's to be expected.
Well, okay. Then do we continue forward? Health be damned.
I mean, that's kind of our way as Githyanki, right?
Besh, I will say that, like, you can use the stone shape to get around doors. You could also use it, theoretically, you think probably, maybe, to get around the wall of force if you needed to get out.
Yeah, I just worry about the number of doors between us and that wall of force.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
There are also some doors that were opened during y'all's battle. And why don't I have the three of you make perception checks for me?
Yeah.
See if I remember how to do this. Natural 20, first roll of the evening.
Here we
Nice.
go.
I got a 19.
Here we
So
go.
that's a 28 total.
Okay.
By the way. Sorry,
Which is, I think, Garakas' passive is like 28 or 27.
probably.
Yeah, 27 is my passive.
Yeah.
Passive? What? Wild.
Expertise and observance.
Exactly. All right, so all three of you notice that the door to the south, where the Orogs and a couple of the Illithids came through, all of these doors have been closing behind you pretty quickly after you open them. That one, however, some debris from the help me, the thing with the power.
The turbine?
Thank you.
The turbine?
Sure.
Yep.
That thing, some debris, because if you remember, Tilt destroyed that thing, and some debris got stuck in between the door and the frame of the door, so that one actually looks like it is currently stuck open. So there's at least one door you would be able to get through, although you have no idea where it leads.
This is the one on the western wall, just a little bit south of where we were.
Yes. So in fact, I can put that. Whoops. Well, if I remember what to do over here, I can put that map back up so that folks on stream can see it. But yes, it's the one in the southern arm of this like circular area with spokes. It's the one just to the south of the central area on the western wall.
Well, what are we waiting for? Huzzah! And Verbain will go bounding off.
Jeez.
Oh, I guess we're going.
Yeah, okay.
Excellent. Okay, so down you go. Like I said, that door is propped open, so you're able to sort of gingerly, without touching the actual Qualith writing, because you all know what happens when you touch that. You're able to sort of pry it open and head down that way. As you pass through, you see another door. There's a long hallway, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet long. About 2/3 of the way down on the right, there is another Qualith door. But all the way down, 60 feet down, the room opens into a sort of large area that looks like it's some sort of guard area. You see a couple of pillars in a couple of the corners of the room, and just at the far western side you see two large double doors, and you get the idea that this is sort of was originally designed as the main entrance into this stronghold area, and clearly those Orogs and those couple of Illithids that came out of this area were originally meant to guard the front doors, but with the not so quiet commotion that you all caused, they were drawn elsewhere. There are also a couple of doors to the south, and that's what you see in here.
And they're Qualith doors as well.
They are. All of the doors that you have seen are Qualith doors.
Well, we may have found another way out. Absolutely granted, Mesh.
Yeah. I'm all for the idea of leaving before I die so that I can return stronger and kill every last one of these Illithids for
You've
our
done
queen.
a pretty good job of killing quite a few of them, but yes, point taken.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're quite difficult to kill when you yourself have been killed.
I have to say, I'm pretty excited
Makes
that
a lot of sense.
we finally have an intelligence character that'll be joining us shortly, so that's fun.
I'm sorry. Verbain has 16 intelligence. Thank you very much. He just doesn't use it.
You did so well on those intelligence checks 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, should we make our way?
Towards what? Through the double doors. That kind of gives me pause, because I feel like something large is through there. Something large and heavy, like that massive thing that fell on you, and somehow you didn't die.
That was but a mere coincidence.
It was exciting.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I'm
we're not
wondering.
getting any younger. I'll go over and I'll touch the door, try to open it.
Oh my god,
Wait,
wait,
the
which one?
double
The double
doors?
doors or which
Big
one?
double doors
The big double doors.
to get out of here.
Oh, I'm so happy. Make me an intelligence check.
Garakas, if I didn't know you were so wise, I would think you were an idiot.
18.
18. That is oh my god. All right, that's in fact enough. So it's hard to but you're starting to get used to it, and so you understand the tentacle movements that you have to do to get the door open. Now remind us all how you all have been mimicking those tentacle movements.
So it was the use of the innate GIF ability to create a mage hand, combined with using your own hands to kind of imitate the movements of a series of tentacles.
That is correct. Yes. I love everything about it. So go ahead and make me then a, what did we call it last time? Dexterity Arcana, I think?
Yeah, it was a Dex Arcana and a Dex Sleight of Hand.
Oh,
I
that's
think,
right, because you
what
were
we were
using
doing.
also your real hand to...
Yeah.
Because you all didn't have enough mage hands
And
to
also,
do
I'm slightly better at Sleight of Hand.
it. Right, also that.
So for Arcana,
Mhm.
hey, it's 18 on the die, so that's 19.
All right.
And for Sleight of Hand,
Something outrageous.
it's, well, not quite, a 12.
Oh. All right. Let's see. Are the other two of you helping at all with this
I got Mage hand
Tentacle
going.
dance?
Sure.
I will. Yeah, I will. Let me see.
All right, why don't each of you make intelligence, dexterity arcana checks as well.
Okay, I'm gonna
The
say
Arcana.
dexterity arcana.
20 Arcana, and then sleight of hand.
No,
or-
only Gracchus needs to do the sleight of hand because he's the only one that's using a real, actual,
Okay.
physical hand.
I rolled a 17 on Arcana,
Okay.
so it's a 20.
Great.
I
Verbaim?
rolled an 8.
I have a 16 intelligence.
That's not what I'm using it for. Oh wait, sorry, that's a 9 then.
Oh, well, in that case, okay. So that's 1, 2. So that's half. Yeah, okay. So that's good enough to get the door open. Half of the checks, half of the party checks made it. So you all are able to get those 2 massive doors to unlock and to open.
Before we proceed, it seemed the debris back there blocked the other door. Do we want to block these ones open as well?
Oh my goodness, you are the smartest Gith alive.
I will go back
Thank
and
you.
grab one of the
Yes.
pillars, if that's possible.
Uh, I
Let's
mean,
just rip it up.
they're giant crystal pillars, but sure, make me a strength athletics check. Why not?
Let's see. That's actually not bad. That
I'm
is
sure it's not.
18 plus 9, 27.
Oh my god. Sure. Sure, why not? Take a pillar.
While he's doing that, I pull a crowbar out of my
The
burglar's
ceiling collapses on all of you.
Just-
Rocks fall and you all die.
Well, it's been a good run, everyone.
See you later.
Thanks
Now
for
Thanks for
enjoy
joining
us.
us.
Now
Shortest
let's
stream
hear
ever.
it.
It's been variant rolls and it's been the game getaways.
No, what I will say is like the pillars are not entirely intact. So rather than removing the pillar from the room, there are some large chunks of them on the ground around where like bits of them have broken
Okay.
off and whatever, and you can grab one of those, one of the bigger ones of
Okay.
those to wedge them open.
I imagine I look back and Garacus has this crowbar. I've got this giant chunk of pillar. And I'm like, will this work?
Yeah, so, sure.
Excellent. All right, so you all can wedge.
Fantastic.
You can wedge that in there, and then head through the doors. Which I should move this map just a hair over so folks on stream with us can see. On the other side of those doors, you are in a small, little rough-hewn, naturally occurring alcove, and you can see just maybe 40 or 50 feet ahead of you that it opens out onto that big battlefield cavern that you all entered into when you left the Githyanki base all those hours ago. Here, though, in this little alcove that you are stepping into, you see quite a grisly and yet, to you all, fairly pleasing sight. Am I gonna screen? Nope, there we go. A fairly pleasing sight. You see 7 decapitated mind flayer heads with their tentacles limp and dangling, mounted onto pikes in the middle of this cavern, and they're all sort of facing you all as you open the doors and walk out into this little cavern area.
Some good work was done here. Maybe Tilt might have come this way.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, Tilt.
I'd like to go up to one and sort of examine one of the bodies and just see if
No bodies left, just the heads that are mounted
just
on
the-
pikes. So clearly they were killed, and then their heads were brought here as a warning to any mind
All
flayers
their
that might.
bodies removed. They could have been killed here and taken elsewhere.
I hate you.
I know. I love you.
I've never thought about that, but like you always say, like, oh, we removed the heads. Well, you remove the bodies too. Just depends on your
Sorry.
perspective. Anyway, you
Yeah.
suck. Moving on.
would we have a sense of how long that these heads have been there?
Make me let's call a wisdom medicine check. Sure.
10.
I mean, they're they smell a little bit, but like they're mostly intact, so you don't, I mean, not
See.
that long, but yeah.
It seems we've found our way back to towards the camp. Perhaps we will get that rest after all.
Oh, hallelujah.
Hey, what's one more day on the material plane?
I think in your case a lot.
So A drop in the bucket, my dear boy. A drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Well, it seems your bucket's getting pretty full, isn't it?
Very full.
Really
So,
good.
we can see towards where we had initially come
Yeah,
from.
absolutely. You all can press forward. You pass through that large open cavern that was the cavern of carnage, as it were. As it were, you see corpses everywhere, which to you all is not a surprise, but I will reiterate for our viewers that there are Gith corpses, there are Mind Flayer corpses, there are even some Dwergar and Ogres and Orogs, and there's even a couple of little flumphs, which of course is very sad. But that's my own editorializing.
Very sad indeed.
And you can proceed from there and get back into the Githyanki stronghold, where, of course, you head back in. And in the sort of entrance area that you proceed into, Lashir, Yavelkar's sort of right-hand woman, her second in command, is there and is fairly surprised to see you all. Was pretty clear that she really, well, neither did Yavelkar, but Lashir in particular didn't really expect to see you all return in one piece, and certainly not this quickly. But she is there, and she's sort of frozen for a moment, and then she sort of nods and turns and walks back into the room where you met with Yavelkar in the first place, sort of leaving you all there in that entryway.
That was something.
Yeah, she didn't like us very much. So
I was more talking about like the 40 things that just tried to kill us. But
that was also something, yes. Well, I say, who has the piece of the Neolithid?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
who has that?
it was Parak.
Oh, well.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
right.
it was
We didn't even
Parak.
talk about where Parak went. So Parak is definitely with you, but is
Yeah.
mostly like, okay, cool. This sucks. I don't want to do this anymore.
It's kind of freaking out, yeah.
So Parak like hands one of you the thing and just like goes off to find a bed somewhere.
You've done well.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
luck, Parak.
Yeah, well done, Mage. I'll take it.
He was definitely not a mage, right?
Not
I wasn't
at
the only
all.
one thinking it.
No,
Like
no.
the bats were a big clue, right?
Right. But, to each their own.
I would have no idea. I've never dabbled in the arcane.
Gary, you're really just stepping out of your comfort
Oh,
zone. Yeah.
Gary. I forgot about Gary.
Oh, I didn't forget about Gary.
Oh boy.
You know what,
I've got-
Fernand? I'm gonna let it
God.
slide.
We should probably turn this piece of Neolithid in and maybe pick up
Yeah.
some rest and some reinforcements since Barak is finished for the evening.
Exactly.
Day, whatever it is, we're under a mountain. I have no idea what time it is.
So I'd like to pick that up and step into the tent that Lashir just went into.
So
which-
as you walk over to it, Lashir opens the door and steps back out, and she sort of flinches as she sees you all on the other side of it, and looks down at the dripping, vile flap of Neothalid that you're holding in your hand, and her eyes kind of go wide, and she nods and holds out her hand for it.
I hand it to her and say, "This is yours now."
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
The beast is dead, and at least 8 more of their number.
Well, not those number, more like just regular Illithid, right?
Yes.
You didn't face like 8 more Illithid while I was running
Oh,
around
I-
looking for an exit.
Yes, yes, we
I
did.
don't think
Without
there's space
you.
down here.
I'm really sort of feeling left out now.
Good thing you've returned.
Yeah. So, I believe this proves our skill, and we need another recruit. We've lost one.
She looks and sort of looks to you and realizes that one of you is missing, and she just nods and gestures for you all to follow her, and she leads you to a sort of set of if you follow her.
Yep.
All right. So she leads you to a sort of set of barracks where there have been some beds prepared for you all, where you can rest for the remainder of the night. She hasn't said anything to you all at this point, but yeah.
Okay.
And there you can rest, and you can take your long coveted long
Excellent.
rest. You all have earned it. The next, feels weird to say morning in Undermountain, but whatever. After
next 8 hours.
Right, after your long rest, you all are woken up, and Lashir is there again, and she, again, without speaking, just sort of gestures for you all to follow, and she leads you back into Yavelkar's chambers, and once again, Yavelkar is seated at that sort of impromptu throne, as it were, and she's holding the Neothalid flap, and she sort of nods to you all as you enter, and she says, "I'm really actually quite impressed. I wasn't expecting that. Not that I sent you off into a situation that I thought you would die in and I'd never have to see you again, of course, but anyway, it's impressive. Tell me everything."
Well, first off, it kind of sounds like that was what you were expecting.
I was merely following the orders of our Lord and Queen, of our Lady and Queen Vlaakith. She sent you here to defeat the Illithids, and so I let you in. Now tell me everything.
Well, the creature itself would have a bit of a fight, but we managed to defeat it without too much trouble. The complex itself that the Illithid are hiding in is quite devious and caused a bit more trouble, in particular their Qualith-locked doors.
Yeah, has anyone else here figured out an easier way through these doors that you could maybe share with us?
Don't you think that if we'd found an easier way through the Illithid doors, we would have already taken the base by now?
No, I don't think you would have. I think you would have tried and failed, as you clearly have done to this point.
Oh!
Besh, I'm not sure that was warranted.
No, I love it. Make a charisma check for me, Besh.
A charisma mocking check.
All right.
I love it.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 2. I have no charisma modifier.
Oh, good.
So it's just a 2.
So as much as I loved it, perhaps Yavelkar didn't, and she just sort of glowers at you, and she says, "Indeed. Well, since you've done so well up to now, perhaps there is more you can do for us, but please continue your story. What else did you see in the Illithid stronghold?"
Well, there were a number of strange, kind of metallic and crystalline coffins that they were keeping people in. We found a Githyanki cleric in there, released him. He aided us for a moment, but unfortunately had to leave on some other business.
Ooh. Her eyes go wide for just an instant. You all catch it, but she clearly tries to cover up her surprise at that, but she gestures for you to keep going.
Yes, they seem to be performing some kind of foul experiments down there. Further inside, we came across a large chamber where rushing water from some underground river of sorts seemed to be powering their base through the use of large turbines. We did our best to disrupt these. A number of the stronger members of the party threw one of the metal coffins into the turbines. Has caused quite a bit of chaos in there and powered down some of the base, I believe. Not sure if Lashir passed it on, but we also defeated 8 of their number while inside before finding our way back out and back here.
I feel like you're only really recapping what happened last week. So we also... I can't do the Vane voice right now. I've lost it for a second.
Last week? You've only been gone for half a day.
That was that was a slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
I didn't think I needed to mention the fleeing and the...
I was talking about the Neolith, the giant purple thing that fell on me.
We just
and
handed
the
that to
scorpions.
Oh yeah, she was definitely aware of that since she's holding a piece of it. The scorpions, however, is news.
Verbane, you were in the
mechanical
thick of it.
scorpions.
I was merely standing on the ceiling during that fight, offering my assistance from afar. Perhaps you had some more details.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about that instance with the door. There was the flying purple thing that was very large, and then we killed it, and then we chased after an illithid after Gary here shot it with an arrow, and then we...
Garacus.
Gary, I said that, yes. And then we followed. Gary led the charge, and then we fought some mechanical spider things with brains, and then the rest of that happened. That's all.
Did any of you happen to watch the season 3 finale of Rivals of Waterdeep last, whenever that was, Saturday, Sunday, whatever? So Rivals is a really awesome stream team that WotC put together for the last big stream event, and then now they've done 3 seasons, whatever. To make a long story short, there was a puzzle that Sharif Jackson, their DM for season 3, put together where they had to like match fruit colors with colors of tiles on the floor, and there was a lime. And for some reason, their sorcerer, whose name I can't remember, but who Brandon plays, just really was worried that the fruits were sentient, and their paladin was going to kill the lime because she didn't know what it was, and Brandon was really upset about it, and so he took the lime and named it Gary. Anyway, now all I can think of is that there's a lime in your party every time you say Gary.
Oh, we're both greens.
Yes.
That's actually pretty amazing. Anyway,
sorry, you all should watch Rivals of Waterdeep. So moving forward,
that is true. I will reiterate that. So yeah. But
so
that's all.
She listens to all of this and she sort of nods and she finally says, "And you, of course, located and disposed of the Elder Brain, I assume."
Not yet.
Not as yet.
We are heading that direction. We were just merely taking a quick breather. I say through my mask.
But surely you located the Elder Brain.
We have some idea where it might be. Yeah. If you have a map to it that you want to lend us,
not how that works, Besh.
we would take it.
I love this. She says, "No, we obviously have not been able to locate the leader of this colony. If we had, we would have dealt with it by now."
You know where I stand on that topic.
She nods, and just sort
We're
of.
going to be sitting in a moment.
She turns her body just a little bit so that you are very clearly no longer being addressed, Besh. And she says, "Well, it does seem strange that we've not seen or heard much activity from the Elder Brain since our arrival. We know that these illithids fled a much larger colony deeper in the Underdark, where we chased them out of. We have reason to believe that either they do not have a leader, or, worse yet, have a Ulitharid that has yet to transform into its Elder Brain form, but is waiting for the right time. In any event, if there is an Elder Brain, it must be destroyed. If there is an Ulitharid, it must also be destroyed before it has a chance to metamorphose. And since you all are so very confident in your abilities..."
I wouldn't put it that way.
I would.
I know you would, Gary. If I may, as apparently the voice and brains of this group,
That sounds about right.
we seem to have lost our mage.
She just raises an eyebrow.
If we could get some backup or assistance, something with a little bit more punch magically.
She says, "Well, normally I would say surely the 3 of you are perfectly capable of doing it yourselves, but Vlaakith, long may she reign in her wisdom, has seen fit to send reinforcements. It seems that your friend, who I believe mentioned, I think Litza mentioned the very first session that she had plane shift. I don't remember how or why, but I feel like that's a thing that she mentioned.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Anyway, so Yavolkar says, "It seems that the young Mage saw fit to return mission unfinished to the astral plane. We'll have to see what Vlaakith sees fit to do with him. But in the meantime, she has sent another. And she gestures to Lashir, and Lashir sort of goes out into a little side area and comes back in with your new companion. Tell us about the new companion.
All right. So you see a Githyanki with thick braided hair that goes down on your shoulder and a little smart little pointed goatee-like beard.
It's Morgan
Yes,
Kanan, but in Githyanki form.
With more hair.
And more hair, you're right.
Wearing half plate with it studded with garnets and other reddish-hued gems. Shield and long sword across his back. Looks strong and fit. And eyes you all a little skeptically. And your first thought is wizard.
I did say we lost our mage, right? This is all right.
Are you dissatisfied with what...
I did not say those
Yeah,
words.
we'll take whatever help we can get.
I'm sure you will.
Am I allowed to be
Thank you.
dissatisfied?
Are you...
You are expected to be.
Yavelkars cracks the barest of a smile, which is sort of the most you've seen from her ever. And she just nods to the newcomer and says, "Oh, you most certainly are."
Well, we've proven ourselves here in the past day. You'll get your chance as well, newcomer. What is your name?
Farragon. Family.
I'm
name.
sorry, we didn't ask where you've been.
What?
There again?
Oh my god, I hate you.
I'm Besh. This is Garakas. And that is Rebane.
Yeah, I
Many
have killed him.
Many of you, well, looks at Verbane, pauses, looks away.
Uh-huh. Yavelkar sort of says, just a little bit under her breath, she says, "My condolences, but best of luck to you." She then turns to Lashir and nods at her, and then says to you all, well, again, like still sort of avoiding, just ever so slightly aimed away from Besh. She says, "Well, if there's nothing else, I wouldn't want to keep you from your grand destiny of finding and rooting out the remainder of this colony."
Of course. It's the last step before I can retire back to the astral plane.
Your last job
That's
before
you.
retirement?
What was that?
Are you saying this is your last job before retirement?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, just getting back to the astral plane where I'll stop aging.
All right. So
I love Gary.
Besh starts to leave the tent or wherever we were at.
Yeah, and Lashir sort of escorts the remainder of you out. Unless there's something else you all want to do here in the Githyanki stronghold area, I presume that you all will be heading back to the doors that you wedged open 8 hours ago.
Yeah.
As you cross through the big cavern, you go straight ahead through the little smaller cavern where there are the mounted illithid heads. And while you're there, let me have the three of you who came out of there last night, if you would, make me. I'll take either wisdom perception or intelligence investigation, whichever's better for you.
So 86.
Let me start with Besh.
16.
Okay, great. And Verbane.
18.
Okay, and Garakas.
26.
Okay. It's after every time I call for it, I'm like, oh, I don't even know why I bother. So, Garakas, as you all are getting closer to it, you notice that the stone, the piece of pillar that Verbane used to wedge the door open, it's still there, but it's in a different position than it was when you left it last night.
Curious.
Take that for what you will. But you all
Yes.
tell me, are you proceeding through the doors?
Hold up a moment. seems that they've been messing around with our little setup that we left here. Let me just go take a quick look. I will sneak up towards the doors and try and get a peek into the room, see if there's anything kind of lying in wait or anything else I can see inside.
Yeah, I don't need you to make a check because I know you're passive. No, it doesn't look like there's anything in the room on the other side of the doors. It's just as empty as it was when you left it.
Right. I just kind of wave the others forward.
After you.
Well, someone has definitely been around here, but I don't know why.
Okay.
I would imagine it's going in or out.
Those are the two options,
It's
yes.
a door, so that's just checking.
16
There's
intelligence,
another-
ladies and gentlemen. 16 intelligence. Thank God you're with us, Verbane.
Question.
Answer.
Actually, this is in character. Question, new friends. Has any of you
Yes.
seen an Ulthride before?
No, not personally.
Of course. Who hasn't? It's every week on Thursdays.
Do I need to ask for a deception check or?
No.
Okay, we're just gonna.
Clearly BSing.
Yeah, okay, great.
Pity. Carry on.
Was that in character?
Yes.
I was asking in character.
So
Breaking the fourth wall.
I'm so confused.
Therigan,
Me too.
have you seen one? You know what we're looking for.
I'm kind of guessing I haven't seen one, but I probably.
I doubt it, but you might know about it. Go ahead and make me an intelligence nature check.
Sweet. On an illithid, could I might use Arcana?
Sure.
All right.
I wonder why you asked that.
That's a 33.
Oh, good lord. Yes. Okay. So I don't know that you would have seen one, but you definitely sort of know what exactly it is that you're looking for. So, Lithurids are, as Yavalkar sort of hinted earlier, they are sort of proto elder brains. So when a colony splits off, they often will take an Eleutherid with them, and once they're settled, the Eleutherids carry these really awful, horrible staves with them everywhere they go. And once they have found a place where they want to set up their colony, the Eleutherid will insert the top of the staff into the back of their skull and use it to peel their skull open so that their brain can be removed and put into a brine pool and then grow into a full-sized elder brain. But when they're still in their Eleutherid form, these creatures are... Oh, I thought I had a picture of one. Oh, I think I do. I don't think I want to show it to you yet, but...
Therigan is retroactively repulsed.
Yes, yes. They essentially look like mind flayers, but with extra tentacles that are much, much longer. So they're extremely tall. I want to say they have 8 tentacles. I would have to look. But let's see. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, they have 6 tentacles instead of 4, and they basically dangle all the way to the ground. So they're pretty easy to spot when you run into them. And this one will probably be carrying its extractor staff.
Gotcha.
Tentacle tang low, do they wobble to the flow?
It's
Sorry.
to and fro is the lyric, but okay.
Like
So-
how that's what you reprimand me on.
Look, I give up, so I might as well find something.
So has anybody stepped through this door yet?
I don't think so.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I'll
After-
scout ahead and maybe take a run down that corridor and take a peek back into the room with the rivers and the turbines.
Sure. So you all sort of head that way. There, you run forward to scout ahead. You peek out. Oh, that door is closed though.
Ah,
The
one with the turbine?
Can I poke him in the back of the head and make him invisible?
Oh gods, yes. But after I talked about that extractor staff, saying poke him in the back of the head is horrifying. But yes, you sure can. So, Garakas, you start running, and only after a moment do you realize that there's this strange sort of tingly feeling. Although this is a fun question that I've had with my podcasting crew about whether or not you are aware, like whether you can see yourself, and I imagine that you must be able to, because otherwise it would be really hard to remain coordinated while invisible.
Jeremy Crawford actually responded about this recently. His example was, you'll notice as soon as you reach for a donut because, I can't see myself.
Oh, so you can't see yourself. I just feel like it would be really hard to continue to be coordinated. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, so Garakas, it takes you a few steps before you realize that you don't see your feet.
Oh, what trickery is this?
Where did Garakas go?
I'm right here, Bish.
The Illithid have changed him.
Oh. Therigan, can you make me invisible? I mean, it doesn't have to be right now. But that's amazing.
Later.
Okay.
That sounds suspicious. What do you want to do? Never mind. I don't want to know.
I want to kill Illithids that can't see me.
That just is too common sense.
I stop just before the door. Turn around. Therigan, as the newest recruit to this little band.
Let's throw you to the wolves.
There's a small
initiation.
Hazing, an initiation.
It's an initiation, yes.
That we have all gone through.
You have to slap the door.
Slap this door.
Jesus Christ.
No.
We really, it's not anything dangerous. We just really want you to slap the door.
Therigan, I'll ask at
the
this
only
point.
way through.
You have been around this area, right? We should not treat you as if you have just stumbled in, correct?
I sent down from our outpost on the upper level recently. I've not explored this specific area, but I have busted my fair share of Illithid strongholds in the past.
Have you slapped a door before? It's really quite invigorating.
Therigan just slaps the door. Just
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Make me an intelligence check.
He is one of us. One of us.
That is so question. As an abjuration wizard, I get to add my proficiency bonus when I what's the wording here? Make an ability check as part of casting a spell. Does this count? Okay,
No.
so it's only a 19.
Only a 19.
Only a 19.
So Therigan slaps the door and is like, and then, so Therigan, you understand, you are smacked with images of tentacle choreography that must be done to open this door.
Call off always feels weird.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's comfortable.
yes.
And now we Kamehameha and we open the door.
So are you all doing the mage hand dance again?
I'll assist with a real hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. Is with our groups, we always just goes behind Garakas and puts his arms underneath his arms.
That's an interesting technique.
I love
Welcome to the group, Therigan.
Interesting.
I've
Like
never
an improv.
groped Gary like that before.
I love it.
But all my years.
And he's had quite a few.
Oh, he's... Never mind. I'll let him defend himself. Great. So, with whatever combination of real live hands, which are dexterity, sleight of hand, and mage hands, which are intelligence, sleight of hand, or dexterity, arcana. No, dexterity, arcana is what I said today.
Arcana,
I think it might have been intelligence, sleight of hand last time, 2 weeks ago, but that's okay. I don't know. Pick one of those skills that I just said and roll it, and tell me what you got. We'll start with
Who's rolling here? Is it just Gary and Therigan?
whoever is trying to open the door. So just tell me if you are, because I really want to solidify this hilarious image.
26. and that's me.
Okay. And was that mage hand or real hand?
Well, it was mage hand.
I'm just making sure.
Wait, you
I wish
stuck
it
your
to
arms
be
and then did mage hand after you put your arms
Well,
there?
like it's very much like casting a spell. It's not that different.
Sure, totally.
Oh,
Amazing.
hey, that's the 20 for me
Okay.
for helping. So, and that's
And-
with my mage hand, by the way. I'm just sitting over the corner, like doing some
Sure.
And a
finger wiggling.
25 with my real hands.
Fantastic. So, if any mind flayer saw you all doing this,
They'd be offended.
it would just be. I don't even know. Like, I can't even come up with a good, like, real world analogy, but it wouldn't be great. But it does the job, and the door clicks open. Amazing. I love it.
It'd be like a
It's
fake
like-
sign language interpreter.
Yes,
It's
that's
like
exactly
watching-
what it would be.
I was gonna say, like watching a bunch of children try and play a sport. They're sort of getting it, but not really, and it's pretty comical.
All right. I mean, I've seen kids play sports well, but anyway.
I was talking about anyway.
All right, great. So the door's open. Garakas, do you wanna scout again?
Yes, and I guess I'll head northward since that's the direction we haven't really been.
Oh, God, that image gets even weirder because he was invisible.
Right?
Oh my God, that's right.
Straddling something invisible and doing all this.
I have no idea what that image looked like, and it's amazing. So, Garakas, you head out into this hallway and begin to look around. You notice a few things right off the bat. The turbine is still destroyed. Stuff is still sort of a mess and damp. However, the bodies are nowhere to be found.
Right.
Now, some of the Orogs fled, right? Like they ran, but there were a few Illithid bodies and a couple of Orog bodies that you all did manage to kill in the combat, and those are gone.
Right, yes, I will. Well, Thurigan's not gonna be able to witness this since I'm invisible, but I'm going
Right.
to sprint up onto the ceiling and continue walking northward along the channel there, scout up that way.
Okay. Up to the northern spoke where you all have not really headed yet. Where are the rest of you headed? Since you can't see what Garakas is doing.
Well, Caracas has abandoned us, so I can't talk today.
This Sebastian.
The mask got in the way. Sorry, peel it
I
back
hate
for a
you.
second.
So mad about that.
Caracas has abandoned us, so which way should we go, Bash?
We haven't gone north before, so I think we should head that way.
To be fair, the way that you went east was by Parak getting swept away on the river, but yes. Great. All right, so you all have to walk along the floor. So you all walk along the walkways heading north. Garakas, you sort of sprint ahead and you see two more. You see all the way to the north is sort of another one of the spokes of this area, another pool of water, but there don't seem to be any ways into or out of that northern spoke. But along the way up there, you do see a couple of doors, two Qualith doors to the left and the right in that northern arm.
This is where those last lot came out.
Yes, that is true. There were two of them that came out of, I think it was the eastern door.
Right.
So if we head that way, we find a Lithid to kill.
Yeah, I kind of sprint back over to the party. And yes, those ones we fought yesterday, they came from this direction out of, I believe it was this door here, the eastern door.
Oh,
Gary,
Hey.
where are you?
I'm everywhere.
I would like you to know that I speak with spirits, and this is not normally how it goes.
I'm not dead, I'm just invisible.
Are you sure? It was getting
I
about
think
time.
so, I am very old.
I can check for you if you'd like.
It's quite all right.
Which part? The dead?
Yeah, that part.
I'm not dead yet.
I feel happy.
I'm assuming you all checked the aquatic portions. If you want to go elder brain hunting, they are underwater most of the time.
No,
Um,
we didn't.
And the whole group goes, oh, well, I mean...
Well, it was kind of.
It's been a
really
long day.
Give me 10 minutes, and he's going to begin ritual casting water breathing.
Love.
Oh,
Okay.
convenient.
Oh, and Garakas, that means you reappear because that's concentration.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there you are. Yeah,
Oh,
it
dead.
was a flood in here. It was insanity. and it was too dangerous to really dive down anywhere. But I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and you all can definitely. I mean, you see it. You remember that like the current is pretty strong. It's less strong now that Tilt is not manipulating tidal waves into this chamber. But the current is still. It flows at a good clip because it has to be swift enough to power the turbines. So definitely something to think about. But being able to breathe underwater certainly makes it a bit less perilous.
Dang it. Just another Monty Python quote came back.
All right, so Therigan is sort of kneels down and begins a ritual to cast this spell. Anything that the other three of you all are doing in the meantime?
I will take a quick scout just down the Eastern Hall and back just to see if there's exits down there as well.
Sure. So you head down that Eastern Hall and you do find the double doors, Qualith double doors on the northern wall of that Eastern Spoke area there. All the way past the end of the spoke is also a large open area. Let me tell you what's in that large open area at the end. Right. So at the end, far eastern end of that spoke, there are these two large. You all would be able to your adventurers for long enough. You would know what Ettins are. There are two dead Ettins lying with their skulls cracked open on the ground in this sort of far area here, and there's all kinds of like refuse that's been dumped in here. It almost looks like some sort of a garbage disposal area, and their bodies were just sort of tossed here.
All right. Coming back to the group, I would definitely fill them in on the presence of the double doors.
Sure.
It certainly seems there's another big exit down that way. Not like these smaller doors, much more like the ones at the entrance.
Okay.
Well, sorry, Besh. Please go ahead.
I say we let Therigan take a little dip in the water here, and then if nothing comes of that, we head through those doors.
I was going to say I could spend a little bit of time and remember when I consorted with our ancestors yesterday. I could do that again.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
I cast augury as an ancestral guardian.
Right.
We have a bit of time, so
you do have time for sure.
I'm going to pull out some old Gith bones and kind of begin sort of chanting, and it's so weird. It's so very weird, but I start like shaking them and like chanting and praying and sort of, and then you see the fluid in the tubing that connect to the mask and stuff start flowing and then backwards and forwards. I cast it. I'm going to ask if the double doors are the way we should go, or what if we go through the double doors. I'm consorting to see if those are good results or bad results.
Right. Yes. Okay. So yeah,
phrase
that question for me.
Sorry. It says I consort entities about a specific course of action.
Right. That's right. This isn't a question. So the course of action is going through the door.
Yes.
So you cast augury and you cast the bones, and you get you get the wheel result.
Oh, well, it seems that the spirits have spoken good fortune on us if we head that direction. So,
Okay.
as much as I would love to see the water trick of our new friend there again.
I mean, the spell lasts a while. It's not like he immediately has to jump into the water.
Well, that seems like it to me, so.
Okay.
Therigan, would you mind if we partook in that direction?
Therigan is absolutely in the midst of spellcasting right now.
Therigan! Therigan!
Are you actually yelling at poor Therigan?
Shouting right in his face.
Oh, Therigan, make a Constitution save for a concentration check.
Sure. 26.
Okay, great. So you give the darkest, shadiest side eye, but you continue with your casting.
I turn back to the other two. I think he's dead.
He's
clearly
moving.
alive.
It's
Oh,
a
babe,
joke.
please.
What, Githyanki can't joke?
They're not very good at it, clearly.
Clearly. I don't have a good charisma.
Humorless race.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Allow him to finish. At least once the spell has been cast and we're all enchanted with this underwater breath, it'll give us another possible quick exit from this place.
Right, of course.
All right. So if you all can manage to be patient, Therigan can finish up his spell.
Well, I'm very patient.
Yeah, clearly you've been on the material plane for decades. All right, and Therigan wraps up the spell.
Nice.
So what are you all doing?
For the next day, breathe underwater.
Great.
Okay. Well, while you were busy, I found out we should go that way.
Sounds good.
I was expecting.
You
a
were
bit
so
more
successful
convincing.
last time. Perhaps you'd like to slap another door.
Is the door empty? Is the
Good
door
bit.
closed?
It
Double
is,
door.
yes, it is a closed Qualith door, yes. I just imagine that for the rest of y'all's natural lives, you just go around slapping doors, just in general.
It's an old habit from our venturing days.
I love it. All right, sure. So you can slap away if you like. They're gonna make me an intelligence check.
Sure. I walk over and I stroke the door gently.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
not.
what's that?
No, that's not right. Weirdo.
All right. 18.
18 is enough, so clearly it is the right way. So you get the next sequence of tentacle dance that you need to do to open these doors.
All right. So now your
team.
arms,
All right.
Caracas. Now your arms go under mine, and then we
Yep, okay.
move like
Give
this.
hands a symbol.
This is the first movement, and then the second movement goes like this.
I love it.
Shall we make rolls?
Please and thank you.
Oh, it's only a 17.
Okay, that's enough.
23.
23,
I rolled a
good.
2.
Jesus.
I got a 21.
21, okay.
I'm just standing there.
Yep, absolutely. There's enough hands with just the three of them.
That's
so
just
that's
like
fine.
I'm out.
I'm out, y'all. Yeah, great. So you all, it's like, it's not nearly as graceful as a proper tentacle dance, but it'll do. And the door clicks and unlocks.
Nicely
Right.
done.
I'll slip through and scout ahead.
So inside that next room, you see two Zirkwood chests, two like Underdark mushroom that is used often for as wood from the Underdark. Chests sitting on top of some low stone tables that are against the west wall. The east wall has a little alcove in it and has another set of double doors beyond it.
We'll deal with those doors in a moment, I suppose. Anyone got anything we can pry these ones open with?
I've got an idea. I'm just gonna smash one.
Oh dear God.
At the same time, on the other one, I'll use Mage Hand to try to flip it open somehow. I don't know if I can see a lock or not. But
Yeah, I mean you can. It's just sort of like you can see where there would be a keyhole. So are you trying to like mess with the keyhole? Or you're just trying to open the lid.
just seeing if it's locked.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So make me a strength athletics check for Bane.
All right. Let's see. 15 plus 9, 24.
All right, so Verbane strikes the chest and it just splits right down the middle. It doesn't completely destroy it, but like it clearly begins to shatter the wood. Meanwhile, Besh takes a mage hand and just gently opens the lid of the other one.
Both of you seem equally successful.
in their way, yes.
It
Yeah.
could have been a mimic. Have you ever dealt with those things? They're crap. I'm not taking any chances after my time on the Earth plane.
So
Very
Verbane,
wise.
Verbane, the one that you cracked open just begins to spill platinum pieces out, and Besh, the one that you opened, you can see a mound of platinum inside that one as well.
What?
Okay.
Trying to
Yeah.
get the coins.
Time to retire.
I'll pocket a few of those.
Sure.
Sure, it's not cursed or anything, is it?
I mean,
Oh, it is cursed.
Oh.
the
I'll deal
curse,
with the
the
chances.
curse of ill-gotten wealth. Anyway,
The curse of capitalism.
that's right. So when you say a couple, you're pocketing a couple. Are we talking like a handful, or like we're shoveling the whole damn thing into a bag?
It's like 20 of them.
Okay, sure.
And
How about the rest of you?
can carry more than that.
I'll shovel them in on the way back.
Okay, great. Verbane and Therigan.
Verbane's like watching the others, so it's like not taking. He's like, "Huh," and just sort of walks off.
Okay. Therigan, any
Catch
interest in the platinum?
Yes, but he's cautious, so
Sure.
he'll catch on back.
Okay, all right. So where are you all headed now? Back to the south or to those doors in the east?
You mean to check like the water back to the south? That's all that was back
Or-
that way, right?
I heard two different things. Which way are you all headed?
I don't know. Besh says that we should likely check the door to the east before we go and check that water again.
Okay.
While they were opening the chests, I just head back, take a couple of pythons out of my pack this time, and jam them under those two doors behind us so
great.
they won't close.
How disappointing. I mean, how smart.
I've learned.
Yeah, clearly. Okay, yeah, absolutely. And I will, unless you tell me otherwise, just for conciseness sake, I will assume that you do that to future doors as well.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, if you want them to close for whatever reason, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll just keep marking off my pythons.
Great.
But yes.
Great. Okay, so eastern door then?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Who's slapping / stroking? Nope. Never gonna say that again. I apologize.
Context is important.
Yeah, Besh is
let's
definitely
not
gonna
clip
stand
that,
back.
please.
Alex, we
Yeah,
know what to do.
I know.
Um,
Alex is not
Go
gonna
ahead.
clip it because Alex is doing his homework.
Bullshit. Anyway, sorry. Who's slapping?
I had a silly idea recently.
Recently.
I can telekinesis things,
Uh-huh.
and they can move very heavy objects.
Uh-huh.
Do I think I could just one of these doors open?
Oh. Interesting
Slap
question.
every
Make let's call it an intelligence investigation check. Just sort of based on, like, I don't know, you taking a look at some of the previous stores that you've been near. What am
28.
I doing? I'm looking up the spell.
It can move 1,000 pounds in the spell.
Woo. Okay. I
don't-
would
also-
say it
ob-
is.
Instead of like held, you make a contested check and you use like your spell casting instead of athletics and stuff like that.
Great. I would say, it'll definitely take some effort, but it's not impossible. Yeah. And that telekinesis is pretty strong, so yeah, it's definitely an option for you. Yeah.
You're about to just like Magneto this door out.
Basically, yeah.
That's great.
Plan. Yeah, I'll just cast telekinesis.
Great. All right, so make me whatever that check becomes when you use it for the spell.
All right, that is a 23.
So I will say the door. I don't think that's going to do it that time. I'll let you roll it again. But basically, what happens is you all see the doors shake, and if I remember right, Tilt last week tried to like break them open, and they didn't even move. Like, they didn't shudder. So this is definitely better than what Tilt attempted. But they are still pretty securely locked. So give me one more check.
Oh damn!
Can I refocus my efforts to maybe like break a hinge? More
Oh, I
specifically?
like that. Sure, yes, absolutely.
'Cause
Make
I
the same
can-
check,
'cause
but it'll be.
I can be very specific about this.
Yes, I like that. Yeah, definitely.
26.
That will do. Okay, so you go after, and it just sort of like you go after the hinges and just sort of weaken each one of them, and then one more big shove on the doors, and they blast open into the room beyond, and it is very showy and very exciting, unlike the room beyond, which is a 20-foot square room with nothing in it.
Whoa!
But damn it if it didn't look cool doing it.
It was
You
kind of
can stay
hot.
with thorough.
For Bane!
Therigan just pulls out his water skin and takes a
I'm
drink.
sorry, did someone say something?
Garakas, where are you right now?
I guess I was putting the pythons in
Okay.
the other doors,
Right, so
so
you just
just
hear them.
behind, yeah.
Yeah, you just hear those doors slam open as you're putting the second one in. The second python in to hold the door open.
Well, I can try to do that to every door we walk up to in the next 10 minutes. So,
let's go quick.
Speed run.
Yeah.
All right.
Just give me a moment. I'm gonna go check out what's in the room.
Yeah, so you poke your head in and immediately you're like, y'all, there's a door in that northeast corner. I'm not, no checks, you're passive season, it's fine.
All right, so a hidden door.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just like,
Oh, very good.
you know,
Hi.
we can keep going this way.
Oh,
Is your eyesight going? Gary,
My
did you
eyesight
get your
is
eyes
fine.
checked?
I'll
some
walk
seeing
over
glasses?
there and I will try and figure out how to open the secret door.
Yeah, so the door is actually, it was well hidden. I mean, you noticed it because you're extremely observant, but it's extremely well hidden, but not terribly well secured. It doesn't have a Qualith lock. It doesn't, it's pretty simple for you to, you just sort of have to figure out which way it swings, and then it opens right up.
You had me at doesn't have a Qualith lock.
Yeah, right?
You slap it anyway, though.
Right.
Does Gary slap the secret
Yeah,
door?
that's where I was, what are you talking about? It's right here. Slap the wall.
I had a group, I don't want to, well, have any of you all played through Death House and Curse of Strahd?
yeah.
So I don't want to ruin too much, but there's a mimic door in Death House, and I ran a group,
Oh, yeah.
and they threw rocks at every single door for the rest of that adventure.
That door
ruined
crit
them.
my friend and overkilled him through his half-orc resilience in an AL game, and he was
Oh,
just
shit.
so broken-hearted. Like, session 2 of playing AL, it just
No.
gets one.
Oh. Mimics
Wow.
are fun. All right. So the door opens, and you find... So, Garakas, you open up the door, and you see a natural cavern on the other side. Oh, I should move it. You see a natural cavern on the other side. Clearly, this area is outside of this worked section that the Illithids had been messing around in. And you see about 9 of those... And again, you see them because your passive is insane, and I don't need you to roll. But up at the ceiling, there are about 9 of those jellyfish-looking flumps just sort of hovering, hidden in the shadows and the stalactites on the ceiling of this cavern.
Just a load of flumps up here.
I'm sorry, you what? You flumped your pants?
I think you know what I said.
I do. I'm sorry.
Your
We're
nicknaming
good.
privileges have been revoked.
Have you tried conversing with the flumps?
I have not. I'll step into the room and kind of like.
I have not
Yeah.
closed his door.
I don't want to either.
All right, so you step in and look up.
Oh, mild gelatinous ones.
And that's actually what you hear in your head, is that sort of giggle.
Have you seen any nasty illithids coming this way?
And the whole group of them sort of like undulates and pulses, seemingly somewhat agitated. But you hear a voice in your head say, "No, they don't come this way."
That's all I need to know. Thank you.
Oh,
Step back through the door.
all
Close.
right, goodbye.
That target lies not to the north.
Maybe we press forward rather than back. I don't know.
they hadn't seen any illithid heading in that direction.
Well,
Would they lie to you though? Would there be any reason they would do that?
what
Chicken
if?
wise? Oh, definitely not. They're great.
What if? And hear me out here. I'm no Therigan, but what if that got us around to the illithids from a way they weren't expecting?
Huh?
They don't go that way. What if we go that way?
No, I think that's valid. I think we should just
I get it.
see where that goes. See.
What?
Shortcut.
Gotcha. I get it. Thank you, Besh, for explaining it to me. Because I'm apparently dense tonight.
Garacus, why don't you run it down and scout really quick?
That's not a bad idea. I'll go take a look, and I will.
Don't- Try not to die.
I always do.
I'll tail Garacus like 15 feet behind.
Okay.
20 feet behind.
Sure. So correct, so you open up the door and the voice in your head goes, "Oh, you're back. Welcome back." And then
As well, my friends had a plan. Maybe there might be another entrance into the illithid areas from around here. We could blindside them.
and the voice says, well, I don't, sure, yeah, go check, sure, yep. Mm-hmm.
How well do you know these caverns?
I mean, pretty well. We've lived here for, like, a long time, you know.
Really?
Yeah. It's good eating with these mind flayers and well, you all, you know.
Yes, of course. You avoid the mind flayers then?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. They for sure kill us on sight. Yep, absolutely. So we just stay close enough to take a little sip here and there. From there, you know, and you sort of hear this, like, hissing, and, like, you see a couple of its tentacles, like, go up to its, I can't say head, I don't know, its body, and, like, make little, like, waves, and you get the idea that it's trying to indicate, like, psionic energy, because you understand what flumps are.
Garekis kind of sits down, crosses his legs. He's like, well, perhaps you could save an old man some energy. What lies down those ways?
They say, well, there's a great big hole up to the north, and there's like a statue or something at the bottom of it, but I wouldn't go down there because we've definitely seen more than one of you guys try and go down and see what's up with that statue, and the hole literally eats them. So maybe don't do that. What else? I don't know. There's
one of my companions was just talking about being wary of mimics.
Yeah, well, it might be that. It's a damn big mimic, but you never know. Sure. Yeah. What else is over here? I don't know. There's lots of tunnels, lots of good places to hide, because you guys really think it's cool to make a bunch of noise and fight each other a ton, so that's awesome. That's about all that's sort of up here to the north.
Very well. Slowly gets back to his feet. You've been a great help.
Cool. Well, yeah, mostly I'm just glad you didn't try and kill us on sight. So, thanks for that. And
Well, a little bit of sustenance for you. It's the least I can do
Yeah.
for your information.
yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, yep. It's nice to, you know, talk to somebody who's not one of us, that isn't trying to kill us. It's been great. Yep.
Yes, very good. Great.
Yep, great.
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh my god, Plump's fireball.
Oh, those little guys are far too pleasant.
What? What did you find?
Oh, I ran very far, very quickly, and then came back. There's a large hole, but it seems kind of dangerous to me.
Besh is just
very large one of those
cracking up.
What if the hole led somewhere? Did you check the hole?
Urbane, I think it might. No, it won't.
Oh no! Don't.
No.
We need him, I think. It seemed very, very dangerous, this hole. And beyond that, just a maze of tunnels. Great hiding spots, but I don't really think it's... didn't seem to loop back around.
All right. Well,
It's worth checking out.
glad we can take those plumps at their word.
Oh, no,
I was-
I explored thoroughly,
I definitely believe you.
as you should. As you should.
What other avenues of progression do we have?
We can check the water that you had asked about and see how deep it is, where it might lead, what other passages it might take us into. That's all I can think of that we've crossed so far.
There was one other room near the entrance where we came in, and of course the two rooms to the north where we defeated a couple of the illithid who emerged from there, but we haven't seen inside those rooms.
Well, that would be, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Now with our new door opening skills, perhaps we could check them all.
Why not? And to the north first.
That sounds like a good plan.
Sure.
To the north, we'll work our way back towards the entrance.
All right. So you'll head to that northern spoke. Now, are you going after the door on the west wall or the east wall of that northern spoke first? Nat. East or west? West.
Yes, I
All
guess
right.
working our way back towards the entrance.
West.
West. That's funny
Okay.
enough. That's not a direction. So let's try again.
So I got a nat 20 on that door.
On the east or the west door, I'm still not clear.
West.
West. Great. Okay. All right. So northern spoke, western door. I don't know what's in there. Hang on. You got a natural 20, so it flies open. You weaken once again. You weaken the hinges and then just burst it open. Oh, I do know what's in there.
Death?
Oh, that sounds great.
No.
I love that.
So you peek in and you have clearly interrupted something. You look in and there is there's a stone chair in the middle of the room, and there is a creature. You all can really quickly make intelligence nature checks for me, please.
Ooh, natural 20.
All right, I can always count on one of you. I swear.
And because I'm a scout, that gives me expertise in nature. I didn't think it would be that good, but that comes to a 31.
Good lord.
I got a 30.
Oh, you all are ridiculous. Cool.
I had an 18 and I felt pretty good about it.
I have all the intelligence skills, and I'm very good at them.
Besh, what'd you get?
Our ranger got a 12. All right.
All right,
Sorry.
well, most of you recognize this creature as a Grimlock, a blind, underdark hunter. But it's sitting in this chair, and for a minute, it's not really clear what you're looking at. Standing behind the chair are two mind flayers who just are looking straight at you all and clearly surprised. But after a moment, you realize that what you've interrupted is that this Grimlock is sort of sitting there and its skull is open, and the two of them were like experiencing a fine tasting menu, and very slowly, like, one of them still has a tentacle inside its peeled open skull and like has a piece of brain halfway to its mouth. And
Just
it's
standing there shocked, like,
yeah,
I want to Magneto that one against the wall.
great. We should roll initiative, but yes. Give me just a sec before you start shouting numbers.
But that's my favorite part.
I know.
It's
Shouting numbers that we inevitably have to repeat because the DM was
trying to
That
do
part is the
18 things
best.
at once. Yes, I know that you all enjoy it. All right, let's start with Therigan. What'd you get?
19.
All right. Oops, that would help. Verbane.
also 19.
Who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
Therigan,
okay.
because you wanted to.
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
me,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah. Besh.
15.
All right. Caracas.
21. So thanks to my longbow of warning.
Oh, right. And the Mind Flayers got a 9. All right. So for this round, just because I like the effect, Garacus, if you don't mind terribly, I'm gonna let Therigan Magneto them to the wall first.
Yeah,
so
sure.
what do they do? They make a strength save or something that I'm sure isn't gonna go well.
It makes a straight strength check, not athletics, just strength.
That's gonna go. Yeah, because that makes a big difference for the Mind Flayers. That's a 10.
Yeah. 23.
All right. So back up to the wall it goes. Is there
Yeah.
damage listed in the spell for that?
No.
Okay.
Restrained.
Okay.
And if I can I'm gonna try to like make it so it can't see us, but I don't think I'm gonna succeed.
Yeah, no. But it's definitely restrained up against the wall.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Garakas, go ahead.
I'm gonna quickly knock an arrow and fire at the one that's stuck to the wall.
Absolutely, advantage on that.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Holy shit. And you've got your sneak because you had advantage. Oh boy.
Yeah. So let's see. The first half of the damage is 10, 21,
Okay.
and the second half, so that gets to 31, 35, 40, 43,
I don't think he minded going
And-
second.
46 damage all up.
All together.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, that's the second half.
No, that's total.
Okay, 46 altogether. That's so many dice. Okay. Well, if they weren't surprised before. Verbane.
Okay, can I get to the one that is wall pinned right now?
Yes, I think you can. It's not that big a room. So
Okay.
so far the door's
I
been
have-
opened. Okay, for the record, Therigan, is this the one that had the brain halfway to its mouth or the other one?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
You
so
can't
it's
have-
still so it's still there. Like he's stuck up against the wall with a piece of Grimlock brain like hanging from a tentacle so close to his mouth. Go on, Verbane. You can run up to him now.
Yeah, I would like to run up to him. I'm gonna rage because I have now seen an illithid,
Yep.
so I am quite frustrated,
Yes.
and I'm gonna attack it. So a couple of times.
Do that. You have advantage because it is restrained.
So that is, let me check that's a 19.
That'll do.
Okay, and then I'll just roll the second hit for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19 on the dice. So
That'll
yeah,
do.
Okay, so that's 2d10 for the 2 hits. So that is 11 plus 14. So that's
25.
25. Yeah, I think that's it.
That is just enough to kill it.
So I just slice once, slice to the neck, cut its head off.
Very nice. And down it goes, head tumbling one way, bit of brain from the Grimlock falling in the middle, and body going the other way.
Mhm.
I love it. The other one is not sure whether it's more horrified at the wasted brain or the fact that its companion is dead. But in the meantime, Besh, you're up. There's one remaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna use distance strike to teleport
Yeah.
to like directly
So
behind
cool.
it,
Okay.
and then bonus action planar warrior. I'm gonna take 2 sword attacks
Yeah,
at it.
do the thing.
So 25
That'll
and
do.
20 and 27. So let's see.
Walker.
6 plus 9, 21 plus 2d8 force damage plus 7. So it's 28 points of damage.
Holy shit. All right. It is now definitely more concerned about the dead part than the brain part. So it is going to step back into the corner, and that will take it away from you, Besh. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you are more than
I
welcome
do.
to do the thing.
Yeah. I can do that to cast a spell. Let me see if I want to do that real quick. Sorry.
That's all right. While Besh is doing that, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this attack of opportunity, it will not be enough to kill it. So everyone in the room is going to end up making intelligence saves as it makes a mind blast attack at everyone.
Okay. So I'm gonna swing at it with the sword.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I got a 12.
12 is not going to do it. So as it steps away, you try for another strike, but your scimitar sort of catches on its breastplate and is turned away. So let's have intelligence saving throws from everyone. Let's start with Garakas.
26.
That is plenty. Verbane.
16.
That is actually enough. Therigan.
19?
That is enough. And Besh.
10.
It never fails, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's fine. It's good.
At least we're consistent.
He dodged my attack, and I'm stunned by that.
Right, exactly. In fact, you are stunned. And you take... Oh, that's 10, 19 plus 4 is 23 psychic damage. And you are stunned. Then we are back to the top of the next round. Garakas, you are up.
And that one's moved away from all my allies, hasn't it?
It has.
In that case, I will knock an arrow and hold it up, drawing the string back, and I will ready my attack for when an ally gets adjacent.
You got it. All right, so you are ready with your attack. Therigan, you are up.
I'm going to Magneto it adjacent to Verbane.
Oh, boy.
Get over here.
Yeah. Oh, it got a natural 20.
What's that come out to?
A 20?
25?
God damn it.
So it's restrained, and now adjacent to an ally.
Oh, for heaven's sake, fire the arrow.
Right?
I think Heracus is like readying an arrow, and
it's restrained, so you have advantage on the attacks. So this mind flayer like saw what you did, Therigan, to its friend, and it like planted its feet, and it had one hand and one tentacle holding onto the wall, and it was like, no, absolutely not, and then it went flying into Verbane.
It was a 24 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and it's 22 damage.
Oh, for heaven's sake. All right. All right. So it's just like it's sort of a little bit lost the will to live. It's fine. For Bane.
All right. That's 23.
Yes.
20 and 20 to hit.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna roll all the damage at once because it's fun.
Yeah, you should.
That's 13 plus 14 plus
It's dead.
11. So I just Zorro it, but like actually through its body. So I just Z into like 3 or 4 parts.
And the parts all fall to separate sides. All right. We are out of initiative.
I slowly approach the Grimlock, pull a dagger off my belt,
Is that other thing?
stab it down into its brain just to make sure that it's dead too.
It like flint. It twitches, so it was definitely not yet dead. So good on you.
Put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
Well, 2 down.
Next door?
Yes.
Yeah, this was
No reason to
brilliant.
slow down in here.
Besh, are you coming? Besh is like,
Oh yeah, Besh, make an intelligence save for me.
It's okay, I can carry him with us.
Okay, that's a 21 this
Okay,
time.
all right. So you shake out of it.
Is it dead? Where did it go?
It's there.
Besh, you really
and
should
there,
try
and
and
there.
Really
you
good.
really shouldn't try to nap in the middle of the battlefield.
Oh, you all have all done it. You've either been stunned or you ran away because you were scared. It's just
I have not had that happen yet.
you were just gone for 8 hours. Well,
Try it.
all right. So where are we headed?
Door across the hall.
All right. And we are magnetoing this as well.
Why not?
All
It's
right.
21?
That is enough. Oh no. Yes, this is a single door. So yes, that is enough. All right, so this door bursts open as well, and on the other side of this one is a somewhat stranger sight.
Stranger.
Stranger indeed. So what you see is the curved wall opposite the door that you've come in, because the room is sort of a half circle, nope, that's hemisphere. Yeah, is a hemisphere. The curved wall of the room looks like it is entirely made of semi-transparent crystal, and right now it's just completely dark. But the whole wall is of this crystal. In the center of the room is a crystal throne almost. The base of it, sorry, not crystal, metal. The base of it looks like it's made from the same metal that these Qualith doors are made out of. And you see all of these thick copper wires that are similar to the ones that you saw in that room with all of those pods down to the south, connecting this throne to these metal plates in the floor. And sitting in this enormous chair is... That is the wrong window. Here we go. Sitting in this metal chair is this tall, six-tentacled, aberrant creature holding in one hand a long staff with a set of hideous implements on the top of it. And it's just sitting there very calmly watching as you all blast open the door. And in all of your heads, you hear, "Well, you didn't have to make such a mess, but I'm glad you're here."
Would just like to point out it can't telepathically communicate with me
Well,
unless
then
I
you
allow it.
don't hear it. The rest of you, however, do.
Bane, he's talking to us.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything. Could you speak up?
Yeah, can you do the tentacle and mouth thing?
And it says, "I could, but I won't sully myself as such. If your friend can't hear me, that's his choice."
Pity
Bash-
I was, like, choked
Bash-
on your own tentacles.
Bash wants to use Mage Hand to grab his staff away from him.
Yeah, make me a, let's call it an intelligence athletics, since you're sort of trying to disarm him, we'll say.
So I'm using my athletics.
So if you're proficient in athletics, you can add your proficiency bonus to your
Yeah,
intelligence
21.
modifier. Right. Whoops.
Intelligence modifier +3, athletics +9.
So no, we're just, so it's going to be plus. What's your proficiency bonus? Because that intelligence modifier, or that athletics modifier, is including your strength, which is not what we're
so
using.
5 with intelligence, so it'd be +8, so it would have been...
Oh, okay, so still pretty good.
Yeah.
So a 20, right?
20.
All right, I just need to see. Nope, not that. Here we go. Oh, it got a 21 actually.
Come on.
This one has a strength, and it is going. It doesn't love that. Doesn't love that happened. So
We found the one swole illithid.
yeah, right.
Only one.
It doesn't love that. So you see the staff sort of shudder and like begin to pull out, and it yanks it back, and it says, "I wouldn't advise it. I haven't killed you yet. Don't make me change my mind."
That same Mage Hand is going to push him back if it can.
Okay.
Just like...
Mage
Gotta
Hand
get
can
what she's
also
saying.
Mage Hand can also only exert 5 pounds of force, I will say.
Yeah, I would like you to picture it as like the Three Stooges, kind of like one of those...
Yes,
like,
I love
that
it.
kind
Okay.
of thing.
I got it. When he tries to push back the mage hand, I'm just gonna telekinesis behind it, so it looks like he did it.
Wait, you're gonna.
okay.
Oh, so you're trying to push the stave out of his hand?
No, just push him back. You know, more of a like.
Okay. All right. So,
Crack his head off the back
so
of
go
the
ahead
throne.
and make the check for it. He got a 21 again.
27.
Okay,
Oh,
so he
Nice.
pushes back, not the most pleased by
Close.
this situation. So give me 1 second.
What are we all standing around for? This is quite confusing.
Yeah, what are you guys
You're
doing?
Still not. I forgot.
Verbane's just like not paying attention.
I love it.
Ooh, Verbane, get in there!
All right, I'm gonna wait for whatever happens, but then
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
it
charge.
steps back and in one last attempt, it says, "Oh, fine, attack me if you will, but you'll never make it out if you're alive, and that won't be on illithid hands."
That doesn't make. I'm not hearing this, so I can't make a comment.
Correct.
Dash casts haste on Verbane.
Okay, if we're doing this, then let's roll initiative.
All right.
I was gonna ask it about its evil plan, but okay, we can kill it instead.
Yes.
Ask him
Natural
mid-combat.
20 on initiative.
Mix up that role-play and combat into one.
Ooh, so did it. How lovely.
I'm going after it then. 'Cause I got a 6.
Verbane, what'd you get?
22 total.
Okay. Garakas.
A 17.
All right. Besh.
Oh, poorly. A 9.
Okay, and Therigan, what'd you say?
6.
Okay, excellent. you two were just not ready for this. All right, great.
Oh, I guess we're not talking anymore.
Right, exactly. You're like, oh, were we not gonna? Okay. All right, so Verbane, you are in fact first on the docket.
Has it been less than a minute since we killed those other Illithid? I'm curious if I'm still raging.
Well, you aren't because you didn't do or take damage.
Right, yeah, duh. So I'm gonna rage as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack. Can I get up to it? How far away is
yeah,
it?
no, yeah, totally.
Okay.
Was I able to get that haste off on him before initiative started?
Sure.
Okay, so I got some movement, and I'm just gonna get right up to it and recklessly try and slaughter it.
All right.
Okay, so that is 29, and 23. To hit.
Number.
Yes, all of those hit.
Okay, so that.
And you took your extra action?
Yeah, that was part of that.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that was rage action. Or something.
No, that was my bonus action was activating my rage.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So that is 10 plus 8 plus 3. That's 22 plus 21. So that's 43 damage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. It is not pleased. I need everybody, please, to make me intelligence saving throws. No, I lied. That's not true. That's not what it's going to do. It is going to begin to waggle its tentacles at you, Verbane, and I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right. How am I at this? Really shitty. That is.
Is someone else trying to say something?
Can I counter that? Is that a spell?
It is casting a spell. Make me an Arcana check, Therigan.
Sure. Oh, that's actually only an 18.
I mean, I think you probably would still. Well, let's see. I don't know because it. Oh, wow, no. I do not think you are aware that it's casting a spell.
Oh, is it one of those things that has no components?
Yeah, exactly.
Totally uncounterable.
I should have read that, yes. Yeah. So make that wisdom save, Verbane.
That's a 17.
Oh, that's so close.
This is an 18 DC.
It's so close. All right, so you see Verbane just beat the absolute ever-loving shit out of this thing, and then you see him stop beating the ever-loving shit out of this thing. And yep, that is all. Garakas, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I guess not knowing the ways of magic very well,
Sure.
I'm just going to take a shot at the Elitharid.
Mm-hmm.
Since Verbane's right next to him, so he'll be helping me out for sure, right?
Sure, yeah.
It's a 25 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
And do I get sneak attack damage or not?
You do not.
All right. I am going to add one of my amazing superiority dice onto this, however.
Oh, no.
Because you know my favorite thing to do to Illithid.
I sure do.
Actually, I'm not going to use that one. I'm
Okay.
using the disarming attack.
Alrighty.
The arrow in his hand, trying to knock the staff out.
All right. Does it have a save for that?
Yes. So he will take 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
And it's a strength saving throw.
No, I don't think so. It's a 12.
Right, DC was 16.
Okay.
And from there,
So
I
it
will
knocks the
use.
staff out of its hand. It's clearly pissed about that.
I will run into the room.
Uh-huh.
I will disengage as a bonus action,
Okay.
and I will action surge to dash to grab the staff and get out of the room.
That's amazing.
Okay. I love everything about it. Yes, absolutely. Oh, it's so pissed. All right. Besh,
So it's
you're
like sprinting in, skids,
Yes.
grabs the staff, and just continues sprinting.
amazing. You like race your air. I love it. I love everything about this. All right, Besh, you are up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get further into the room.
Yep.
Pull a dagger out of my cloak, whatever, and position myself so that this would not affect Verbane.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw that dagger slash cast Conjure Barrage.
Okay.
Barrage.
Great.
That's a Dex save of 15 or
Okay.
higher.
Dex save. That's a 16.
Cool. And then I'm gonna just kind of back away a little bit
Okay.
and pull my swords out.
Okay, great. I love it. Therigan, you are up. You've seen it has been disarmed. Garakas ran in and grabbed the staff. It's not real pleased. You are up.
Oh, my bad. It takes half damage.
I was
on a
wondering, yeah.
successful save. Yeah, so 10, half of 17.
Okay, so it takes 8.
8. Yeah,
All
my bad.
right. Go ahead, Therigan.
Sorry.
All right. Therigan, I believe not knowing that Verbane is affected by something, is going
Sure.
to cast Summon Greater Demon
Holy shit.
at 7th level
Okay.
and going to summon a Shusuva, which is like a white, purplish dire wolf on steroids with a giant like scorpion stinger for a tail.
Cool.
So good.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm going to make a little circle out of humanoid blood that I harvested today.
Charming.
Charming. Yeah, and it's gonna roll initiative.
Okay, have it do that.
That is in Volo's guide in case you're trying to book it up. I have it up. I have it
That's
up
right,
on
good.
D&D Beyond.
That's fine.
All right, and it's gonna get a well, it rolled lower than I did. A 4 on
Oh,
initiative.
God. All right. I guess that does mean it gets to take its turn, though.
Yeah.
All right. Go right ahead and have it take its turn.
All right, it's going to move up to the big tentacly thing and take its multi-attack, starting with its tail stinger,
Okay,
which is a 26 to hit.
that'll do.
It needs to make a con save as it
Okay.
pumps poison to it.
That is a 19.
So that'll save. So it is not poisoned or paralyzed.
Great.
It takes 16 piercing,
Okay.
and then it's going to go for bite mode as it
Okay.
sinks the stinger and kind of uses it to leverage its big maw open and up onto its shoulder for a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
Woot. Stout. And that's going to be
Oops.
23 piercing damage.
All right, 23. Got it. Okay. This thing is not super pleased at the what is going on right now.
And now the demon gets to make a charisma save against my spell save.
Yes,
to
it
attack
does. Yes, it does.
That's cool.
So, conveniently though, it has a -1 charisma, and I have
Yes,
a
I see that.
All right, we thrive on this kind of chaos.
Did you roll it?
Oh no, I was expecting you to.
Okay,
'cause
I
it's
will.
Like,
Yeah,
opposing.
No, that's an 8. So we're good so
Okay,
far.
cool.
All right. Verbane, a voice in your head tells you to attack the wizard.
Okay. I am definitely gonna go attack the wizard because
Mhm.
I don't normally disobey voices in my head.
And there's the moment. Oh, I guess it doesn't. I guess it has to say it out loud with you. So it's a
Yeah,
good
yeah, it
thing.
does.
It's a good
I
thing
was
that
gonna
you
say.
pointed that out earlier, because it would have been real pissed about not being able to communicate with you. So it says out loud to attack the mage with everything you've got.
I thought Parak left like yesterday.
You
Did
don't
I
even know
say
who Brock
Brock?
is. So the mage, which is the joke.
Oh, I said the
Yeah.
wizard. That's why I said the
Okay.
wizard.
Yeah. So I can probably get within. I'm within 40 feet. Or actually, I'm hasted, so I
Oh,
definitely
hasted.
can get to
Oh yeah.
there again. So I get to make 4 attacks at reckless.
Haste backfires.
So that's 27,
That hits.
26,
That hits.
21.
I'll shield.
Okay. Because your
And
AC is
17.
ridiculous. 17 does not hit.
Yeah. So that's 2 hits.
Yes.
So that is 9 plus 14, so 23 damage.
All right, my arcane ward absorbs the impact.
That you still actually. So the way this works is, anybody who had, if you attack anybody else but me now, they have resistance, and the damage is
And disadvantage.
You're no
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yep.
That's what it. So.
And this
As these ghostly Githyanki sort of crawl along the glaive at you and sort of begin surrounding you and messing with you.
What was the
Y'all
total
seem
damage, Verbane?
Just 23.
Okay, great.
23.
All right, so that was all absorbed by your ward, right, Therigan?
Yeah.
Okay, so no concentration check then.
This is frustrating.
Oh,
Verbane's not used to not being able to hit things.
Oh no, you still do, because that's part of your yes.
Did it make concentration checks when my guy nommed on him?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, cool.
Yes, it made 2 good checks for you. It made a good check for Besh, and it made a check for Garakas too, which was a hell of a check, but it rolled a natural 20 on it and has
Nice.
enough of a bonus. All right, so that's not cool. Then it just continues to get worse as this thing mind blasts all of you. So everyone, including the demon and Verbane, which is probably good, need to make intelligence saving throws.
Oh, natural 20.
Hey.
Write it down.
You saved
Oh, yeah.
one. I'm so proud of you, Besh.
A natural 19.
That'll do too.
Looking
I
good.
got an 18.
That'll do. Just barely.
All right. I get a 19.
That is enough. And how about the demon?
Yes, doing that now. It, like a lot of demons, it actually doesn't have magic resistance.
It does not. And I think it has a -2 to its intelligence.
Indeed, it does. That's a total of 2.
Excellent. So the demon is stunned. And, and takes... Oh my. 12, 21, 29... 32... 37 psychic damage. Psychic. And is stunned. However, the Illithrid's not real pleased that didn't go like it had hoped. It's fine. All right, Garakas, you are up.
Right, I tuck its staff through my pack.
It's so mad.
I run up onto the ceiling to get away from Verbane, who's switched sides apparently.
Uh-huh.
And seeing that the Shusuva was stunned, I will ready a shot for when someone gets close to the Illithrid.
Okay, got it. Besh, you're up.
Yeah, Besh is going to... how far away is it from Besh?
Oh,
It's
easily
probably-
within a move, yeah.
Okay. Is going to roll up on it, both swords out,
All right.
do the attacks with a bonus action and snaring strike,
All right.
which will drop concentration on haste.
Right.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That
15
15's enough.
and 11. Okay,
11
so-
is not.
Okay. So
Oh, you didn't take damage, so you don't get to make a save, Verbane.
Nope. I made my intelligence save.
7 plus weapon attack. So it took 7 damage from the sword,
Okay.
and then the ensnaring strike, I guess, sounds like it would be on the next turn. It would take 1d6.
No, I believe it's when the next attack that you do hits, so it'll take it now.
Okay. All right. So a total of 10.
Okay.
What was the effect on the...
It's
the
it's restrained.
Does it get to make a save?
A strength saving throw.
That is a
Grid.
15. What's your
Yeah,
DC?
well, it's a saving throw of 15.
Oh,
higher.
all right.
Come on.
So no
Sorry.
restraint as my arrow comes flying in.
It is not, but did you attack it with your swords, Besh? Oh, yes, you did. You did. So yes.
Yeah.
So you don't get advantage, but you will get your sneak if you hit Garakas.
27.
Yeah,
I
that'll do.
Ooh, nice roll. 21, 26, 29, 23, no, 33, 36 damage.
All right, and the Illithrid falls to the ground, Verbane is released from his domination, and you all seem to have defeated the creature. We're out of initiative. What you doing?
What?
Wake up, shoot.
Sorry. I'm sorry. And I just sort of like stumble back a bit, like turn back around at it. Notice that we still have a Shusava in the room.
That's currently stunned, but yes.
Its
And
name
kind
is
of like-
Shuvi. Say hi.
Shuvi.
Hi, Shuvi. And I'm gonna go over to the youth and just cut off its head.
Yeah, absolutely.
That seemed not as difficult as it should have been, which makes me think that there is something yet to come that is much stronger. I don't know.
Maybe
How do
there's
you-
6 more in the next room.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
It's concerning to say the least.
Pretty pessimistic of you, there again.
Can I examine the throne and see if it just what's up with that? It had tubes and stuff coming out of it. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Make me an intelligence investigation check.
Yeah, take this. It might help. I'd hand the staff over to Besh.
Ooh, gross.
Okay, so it was a 13.
I mean, you can see some similarities to the wiring as you saw in that room down to the south yesterday, that was connected to all the pods. So you get the feeling that all of that is sort of part of the same system, but in terms of what exactly it does, you're not really sure.
No clue.
Yeah.
Therigan, you seem to know a lot about these creatures. This staff, is this a thing we should destroy or take back to Lashir and Yavelkar? You think there's a use to it, or you think it just needs to be destroyed?
I think that is a decision that should be left to Vlaakith. We should bring it back.
Okay.
Nothing else. It is a great trophy of our victory here.
Hey, it sounds like you can retire now.
Verbane, you're right. I've done it.
Oh, he's so excited.
And I am certain I have jumped the gun.
Yeah, can we get another description of that wall in the back? It was like
Yeah, it's just
crystal.
a big curved wall that's entire. The rest of this place has been made out of worked stone, but that wall is entirely made of crystal.
And it's translucent in any way, or it's
it's like
murky?
it's murky at this point. It's all dark. But it yeah. How's to make make another intelligence investigation check for me.
No, didn't.
Okay,
Didn't get above a 5.
Make a check. Nah, no thanks.
Not necessary.
No worries.
I mean, that. Where do we go now?
I think back is a good call. We're done, clearly.
Well, this creature was threatening some kind of great doom should we defeat them. Perhaps it's psychically signaled for reinforcements, or could be any
Maybe
number
it
of
was
things.
just bluffing.
It could be that.
Yeah, I'm prone to
I
think
could-
it was lying.
I could speak with dead on it.
I just kind of like hold up the head.
On the head.
You can.
That's all you
yes,
need.
that's all
Here
you
he
need.
I know. That's why I was holding it up.
That is
Why does everyone think I'm
fascinating.
dumb?
There you
Very well, but be quick about it. I don't want to be in this place any longer than we have to. I'll move back out the doorway and kind of keep watch over that central area in case there are any other reinforcements or anything.
Mm-hmm.
What level is speak with dead?
Third, I believe.
I do not think wizards get it then. So maybe I can't.
Maybe you
I think
can't.
you are right. I think it's a cleric and maybe
Cleric.
like a bard or
War-
druid spell.
Thing.
Oh, maybe a warlock
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
I have a museum apparatus that lets me roll Arcana checks to cast spells that I'm prepared. So that's why I'm not just pulling random spells from the
Wondering,
ether.
but I trusted you on some level. Yeah, but no, I think you're right. I don't think it's a wizard spell actually.
Well, I'm waiting, Theron.
How's it going in there?
I'm
I
gonna like
already-
take its like tentacles and start like trying to mime with it.
It's sort of like
Ventriloquist.
he's somewhat successful at doing a version of a tentacle dance.
if it's great doom will fall upon you as I'm like dangling the
God.
tentacles.
Should I try to locate other Illithrids, see if there might be more?
If
I
there,
would be interested to know that information. Yes.
That would
if
be
there are
quite
more here,
welcome.
the more we can kill, the better.
All right, I will cast Locate Creature, try to find the closest live Illithrid. On
And,
top of
and you don't
on-
get anything back.
cool, but that does let my demon free for the next 1d6
Oh, it
rounds.
sure does. That's
Oh.
fun.
Well,
that's-
Oh god!
I think it's
so-
good. I got its stats. We're good. So, so Therigan
So-
like steps back. Well, you tell me what you do.
So I think I can still try to control it? Question mark.
I don't think so.
You can ask it real nice.
Let's see.
Uh,
Let's see this.
charisma
spell.
disadvantage.
Oh no, so actually it does disappear if it's controlled. It's only if it already got uncontrolled, then I drop concentration.
Is
but
this,
it should've-
is this greater or lesser
save it.
demon?
Greater, but it should have gotten a charisma save every single round while we were talking, for the hour.
Right. And then it says if you stop concentrating before it reaches its full duration, which you did, an uncontrolled demon doesn't disappear. Right. Okay. So there was a bit of conversation. I'm just gonna roll some charisma checks. It's got a -2, so it needs a 19 or better.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So that's fine. It disappears. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Okay, last question. Does the Illithrid, was it wearing, like, what kind of clothing was it wearing? Did it have, like, a cloak or anything?
Had a big
robe?
like robe and a breastplate similar to the ones that the other Illithid were wearing.
I'd like to take the robe
Sure.
and put it on.
How tall are you?
I have no idea how tall a Gith is. I'm as tall as a moderately tall
As
Gith.
tall as you want to be. This thing is real big, so it's definitely too big for you. You can put it on, but it's definitely too long for you because this creature was large, like 10 feet tall probably, or 8 feet tall, 8 or 9 feet tall. Still, it's very
Okay.
tall.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna not do that then.
Okay, I really liked the image, but all right.
No, all right, I'll do it. I'm
Yeah,
It's like
gonna do it.
a
I might just
kid
like
putting
cut
his
the
dad's coat
bottom.
on.
yeah. Just cut the bottom
cut the
off.
bottom off the cloak a little bit, and
Yeah.
I just want to look at Garakis, and I want to do minor illusion to make my face look like an Illithrid face,
Oh my god.
and see if that like, hey, does this passable?
Ugh. Well, as long as you don't speak, sure.
Right. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to,
I
I
mean,
got the staff. I
yeah.
got the
Does
cloak.
anyone have seen any stilts?
I mean, I'm a short Illithrid. I get it,
yeah,
but from a distance,
sure. In the dark with squinted eyes. Yeah.
Closed eyes. Hey, there again.
I like it.
Yes.
Question. Now, I'm not super familiar with Illithid anatomy, procreation, all of that jazz. I'm not even sure what jazz is. So,
you're missing out.
It's awful,
The,
but all right.
if there was already an elder brain, right? Do they spawn more Illithid or whatever we just killed?
They can.
So if we had an elder brain on hand, that might have just been its first spawn.
I could try to detect Elder Brain.
That might be what I was getting at.
Sure.
Are you going to?
Pop another 4th level spell slot like
Yeah.
a Tic Tac.
Like,
There's an
exactly.
Elder Brain.
Like a tic tac.
Woof. No, there is not. There is not an elder brain within however far the range is on this spell.
So you cast a spell, he pauses for a moment and says, I think it's go home time.
It sounds like a good plan.
all right.
I'm just
Sounds
gonna
like an
like
excellent plan.
have the elder brain head over my shoulder and like holding it by the tentacles like a rucksack.
Yeah.
Nice. If we could just make a stop by those platinum pieces.
I definitely agree. I've got a new suitcase. I'll like open the neck of the elephant head.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's no need for that. I just take part of the torn up or cut off cloth from Bish's
Thank you.
robe work.
And make a pouch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tomato.
No. All right. So you all can head back over to that room. Take the. You want to just take everything that's in there?
All the platinum?
Yeah.
Sure.
So as you dig through the platinum and start putting it in these bags, you see that sort of buried inside the platinum there are some other items. There is a pair of purple tinted crystal spectacles with platinum frames. Those are probably worth a pretty penny. There's also a little vial of some sort of potion in there, and there is a small token of a tree. Oh, and there's also a dagger with silver web filigree. It is pretty clearly drow made.
I'm interested in that tree token. I'm gonna pick that up if nobody objects.
It looks like one trophy each.
I was gonna say, Gary, I remember you needed glasses earlier. Probably take those.
Oh, my sight is so terrible because I'm so old. Yes, of course. But secretly, I think these glasses are dope as hell.
They are pretty dope.
It's not really a secret if you say it out loud, Gary.
It's our little secret, Verbane.
There's 4 of us here.
It's our little secret, Verbane.
Oh.
I traveled to a very strange land once, and there was this musician fellow. He had glasses that these remind me of.
Yes, they do.
Uh,
All right, so I need. Who took the dagger?
I don't think we've decided yet.
Okay, great.
take
But
the
I
tree.
will, because it sounds like
Oh no,
I think Besh wanted the tree. I'll take the
Bash
dagger.
wants the tree. You've got the dagger.
What was left?
A little vial of potion.
Potion.
Oh, deal.
Okay,
That
great.
definitely sounds like a wizard thing anyway.
Besh, why don't you? Will you make me an intelligence arcana check, please?
I will do that.
Wait.
Ooh, 19 plus 3.
Hey, you recognize then what this item is. You've heard of Qual's feather tokens before. You
Yeah.
are pretty sure that if you are outside and you throw this token to the ground and activate it, it will turn into an actual giant oak tree. But you're not
Nice.
sure how well it'll work underground.
Sure.
All
Actually,
right.
just got one of those in another game.
Oh, really? I love it.
I like them.
All right. What we doing?
Apparently, Therigan is sampling his wares.
Yes, I see that. So you, Therigan, you have much familiarity with potions and recognize that this one is a potion of acid resistance.
Oh, decent.
Mhm.
I'll replace vial of potion with vial of acid resistance.
Great. The glass is unfortunately not magical.
And I kind of wave
That's
the dagger around.
And do anything when you're waving it around.
It's a nice dagger.
It is nice. I mean, it's very finely made.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull out a piece of rope and tie it to the other end of my glaive.
Oh my god.
Like square knot it
Why
and
not?
tie it on.
Sure.
Because I'm a pull-out master. I can attack
Sure.
with that end.
Sure.
It's the same damage.
All right.
We head back now, I'm guessing.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll head
towards the
back.
double
You can go.
doors.
You've held doors open along the way, so there's no problem in getting through the doors. You head back, and as you approach the Githyanki stronghold, you go in those first doors into that sort of main open area that you remember before. There were usually at least a few Gith in there, sort of milling about. There were a few beds for infirm or injured Githyanki. It's completely empty when you walk in this time.
Turning.
That is no good.
They must have assumed we'd finished the job and left.
Yeah, pack up camp, right?
I don't want to play the pessimist again, but
I think you're going to anyway.
That's my job.
all right, Therigan, you want to take this one, Therigan?
I'll let you dabble. That's fine.
I think they're probably all dead somewhere, right?
Oh dear.
That happens too.
I'm going to start looking around for tracks, see if I can see if they all left in one particular direction or...
Sure. Make me a wisdom survival, please.
It's a 22.
Yeah, it looks like they all headed sort of out the front doors that you all just came in, and headed. Which way did they head? They headed south. No, I'm sorry. They headed north. I lied. They headed north.
All right.
Towards the hole.
Yes, towards the hole. Sort of.
Oh my god.
Eventually. Not really. I mean, they headed north, which was generally in the same direction as the hole, but you're pretty far from it at this point, so you're not sure yet.
Okay.
Well, I think we should track them now and get a move on.
Looks like they headed this way. Follow me.
Yep.
I'll just start following those tracks as,
All right.
as well as I can.
Yeah.
So the tracks lead out into that battle cavern. They head north, twist and turn, start heading east after a while, and before too long, you do find yourselves in a cavern that Garakas has seen before, and it is from a distance, though. It is this large open cavern with this enormous maw in the center of it, and arrayed around the maw are all of the Githyanki forces that you had seen in the stronghold before, and they are all there, sort of standing on the perimeter of this big maw, this big hole.
Can we see Lashir?
Yes, Lashir and
Yavalkar.
Yavalkar are both there. Yeah,
We should
sort
approach
of at
them.
the forefront.
Verbain, do you want to deliver your trophy?
Well, I mean, we've all got trophies. I mean,
The head. I meant the head.
Oh yeah, I just kind of like it's like filled with platinum now, so it's very heavy at this moment.
It's so gross.
It's so very gross. So I kind of like
Right.
turn the head over and dump the platinum out, and then walk over with it.
Okay, great. They're horrified, but there it is. And Yavalkar nods and says, well, it seems that Vlakith was right about you in the end, then, wasn't she?
Indeed.
Is that rhetorical?
Yes, you don't have to answer that. And I'll hand her the staff or ask her if she wants to take it. I don't know if this would be useful in any way. We only found the one of these creatures, but
She takes it from you and sort of sets it on the ground behind her and says, It will prove useful as we continue to study our enemy's ways. And she gestures to all of the warriors that are there to sort of come and look at their defeated foe. And so all of the other warriors that are there. Lashir is still standing next to her and just like, stone-faced like she has been every time you've seen her. But the rest of the warriors, there's like 8 of them left. It's been rough on this little outpost. But they come around to sort of examine this big Ulitharid head with the enormously long tentacles and everything else. And Yavalkar sort of holds it up, just being very dramatic, sort of holds it up and just sort of again cracks a bit of a smile as everyone's looking at it. You all doing anything? Saying anything?
yeah. Go ahead, Nat.
Not undercut the celebration, but is there a reason for the change of scenery?
And Yavalkar sort of lowers the head and looks to each of you and says, in fact, there is. You see, Vlakith had a particular reward in mind should you complete the task that was set for you. And
Return to the astral plane.
and littering and
Vlakith sort of nods and says, in time. But first...
Rockets here?
Sorry. Yavalkar nods and says in time, and then gestures toward the hole behind her and says, but first, and she just sort of gestures towards it.
I've heard bad things about this hole.
do you want us to jump
We've had a bunch of just really great quotes tonight.
I feel bad things about this hole.
I've heard bad things about this hole, but
heard,
yes.
okay.
Do you want us to jump in? She says, unless you have a better plan for retrieving your reward, I would recommend that the 4 of you head down there, yes?
What is the reward?
Quite frankly, I'm not entirely sure. I was merely told by the Lich Queen herself that that there was something there to reward each of you for your service to her and to our enclave.
Well, don't need to hear that twice. And I'm gonna cast jump and jump into like the center.
just to be a little extra about it.
Yeah. Not even just like fall in, just full on leap into the center of the hole.
I love that. What are the rest of you three doing?
Watching.
Excellent. Besh and Garakas.
I will wait a minute
Okay.
and see.
Yeah, well, I heard that people were getting swallowed up by it or something, so...
Right. So what's your name? Verbane. You sort of leap dramatically into the maw. It's pretty deep. I think it's like 30 feet deep. So why don't you, since you're being a drama queen about it, why don't you make me a dexterity acrobatics check, and we'll see how you land. You're muted, but I'm loving the laughing face. Oh no.
That is a 6.
I was gonna give you a chance to not take falling damage.
Nope, it's fine.
I mean, you're gonna be fine, but
I'm a barbarian with 160 HP. I'm good. But...
So you see Verbane just leap into the air and plummet down, and it's very dramatic, and then you just hear. You take.
It's more like. Oh!
Right. Thank you. You take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Anyway, but down at the bottom of the maw is a statue, a very, very finely carved statue of what looks like a dragonborn. She's got a sword. It's all stone, but she has a sword on her, and really is totally kitted out. Looks like it was carved in the likeness of some dragonborn adventurer of some sort.
It's fine.
I mean, mostly.
I walk over to the left.
Watch your step.
I just keep walking.
Yeah,
Spider climb.
I love it. Down
down.
you head, Garakas. Besh and Therigan.
Yeah, I'll
That's a
walk
decent
over to.
idea. Cast spider climb.
Okay, great. And Besh.
I'll walk over to the edge and sort of just like slide down it feet
Sure.
first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you all make it down. I mean, this thing is pretty big, so you all can fit down there without any problem. So you're down at the bottom of it, and again, the only thing that is immediately obvious down there is this stone statue of this dragonborn adventurer.
Any like writing on it or anything like that, or just the physical?
Not at first glance. I mean, you can certainly inspect it more closely, but at first glance, no, it doesn't look like it. It does look, you can see it's in a few places towards the bottom, it's a little cracked. So you sort of can tell without a lot of effort that it probably was attached to some sort of pedestal originally or something. But other than that, you can make checks if you would like and examine it more closely, but nothing else is immediately obvious.
Yeah, I got a 16.
We'll call it an investigation check, so I think that's a 19 for you then.
Correct.
So, yeah, I mean, you can see, like I said, as you get a little bit closer, I assume, as most good adventurers, you're examining with your eyes and not your hands.
Correct.
Yeah. You really, like I said, you can definitely make out that there are bits of the pedestal still sort of attached to its feet because it's sitting at a slightly canted angle, but you don't notice any writing, you don't notice anything else on it other than it is extremely lifelike.
I'm gonna take a step back. It's very lifelike, but yeah, I couldn't find any writing on it or any indication of who or what this is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that's down here. Like we don't.
It's
see...
all that you all have noticed at this point, at any rate. It's a pretty big pit, but yeah.
I think it's time, and I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try and move it.
Of course you are. Strength athletics. I love everything about it.
And I'm moving even farther away.
Okay.
So that's
Back it up.
24.
Okay, so you grab it and you start to pick it up, and it's very heavy, but you're able to sort of begin to lift it, and then you hear a sort of rumbling sound, and the ground underneath your feet begins to rumble, and I need everyone down in this pit to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Yeah.
Is this something I can see? I wonder if my danger sense comes into play.
Sure.
15.
Magic,
15 does it is not well. I'm gonna say no, because ultimately what's about to hit you is not magical.
Deal. So that's a natural 1.
Oh dear. Okay, 15 doesn't do it, nor does a natural 1. Garakas?
23.
That does, and Verbane.
16.
That also does not quite make it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, give me a second, because I gotta collect some dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Found the trigger!
9, 10,
You say you have to do that, but Eugenio, I believe that you have free will.
14, 15, 16. I don't. I am bound by it's like the Page Master. The book is in control. That's not the story of the Page Master at all. Whatever. All right. All right. So as you all, as Verbane goes over and begins to pick up this statue, the rumbling intensifies, and the walls of this maw begin to snap shut. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of damage. All right. 10, 21, 32, 43, 53, 63, 78, 78, 87, math is hard, 94, 102. So the walls of this place snap shut around you. Garakas, you are able to sort of get yourself basically between some of your companions so that the blow is lessened because of their bodies. So you take 51 damage. Oh, you have evasion, so you don't take any damage. The rest of you, however, take 102 bludgeoning damage.
I'm fine.
Dead, it's bludgeoning. I was really hoping it was gonna be like acid or some shit like that.
Let's not exaggerate, Verbane. You're alive. I wouldn't say you're fine.
I'm fine. I still have 50 hit points. I'm a third of my health.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so that happens.
And we're now inside.
That is correct, yes.
Well, it worked.
And so then there's no room to maneuver anywhere. We're kind of like pinned.
At the moment, yes, you all are sort of pinned in. There's no the opening at the top is closed, so you can't really see the rest of the cavern that you were in for the moment. So I'm just sort of curious. I just sort of want to hear this conversation because I think it'll be funny.
Treachery! We've been betrayed.
Everybody, get here.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to do is cast Healing Spirit, if I can, if I have any way to maneuver and do that.
In a moment you will be able to. At the moment, like there's really no maneuverability, but yes, in a moment you'll be able to. What did you say, Therigan?
I said everyone just crowd in. I can get us out of here.
We're crowded.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about getting close to each other.
About as crowded as we can be.
Is that someone's elbow?
Get a hand on me or something. Just everybody touch me.
That's no.
As Therigan says that, and as Besh begins to sort of come up with the components for his spell as well, the walls do very slowly begin to reduce pressure on you all and separate ever so slightly, and eventually it will give the two of you enough room to perform any somatic components that are required for your spells.
Okay.
So Besh, do you want to try and cast the Healing Spirit before or after Therigan does whatever they're gonna do?
I'd say I've already cast it. Yeah, at that point, just conjuring a spirit that immediately gives everybody 1d6 hit points. I think everybody should roll their own. I don't know if that's kosher or not, but
shoot, you know what, we'll just do this.
And then every
look,
round,
I rolled a 6. Everybody can take 6.
even better.
Deals.
And that'll till the spell ends.
Okay, great.
Happening.
Meanwhile, Therigan, what are you casting?
Well, if I'm getting healed, I'm gonna sit tight.
Okay.
Because
Okay, great.
Not much.
So the walls of the cavern are opening very slowly. So we'll say I'll give you another 2 rounds of this before they're open, and something new is going to happen. So that is another 6 and a 3, so 9 more to everybody.
I'm going to take an arrow and knock it because I'm feeling a little betrayed and just kind of like getting ready to see what the reaction is once the rest of the Giths see that we're still alive.
Absolutely. So
you know, I think before they get to see if we're still alive, I'm just gonna cast teleport.
Okay. Hold, please.
Yeah. All right. So
Where are you aiming to end up? Just while I
So,
look things
I'm
up.
gonna aim to go back to uh that big battle room that we got described.
Mhm.
We still have that door next to that propped open, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the front door, the double doors at the front. You mean?
Just inside that door.
Great. Hang on just a second. Actually, you're casting teleport, so go ahead and roll percentile, because I think you're probably gonna have to do that too. I swear to God, I know there's something.
Oh, I
in
will.
here.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not a permanent circle or an associated object. So I have
Right.
to do. Actually, you know what? I have platinum pieces. Oh, someone just dropped off the call.
Uh-oh. Oh, we lost Taryn. We're gonna hop to be right back, folks. This is a dramatic moment, and we will be right
teleported out
back.
of here.
That's right, he teleported out. Oh, he's back.
Are we good then?
Storming,
Didn't have to go.
so-
That's all right. That's all right. Yes, there's something I'm sure. Here we go.
Sorry for messing up the order of the camera.
No, that's all right. It came right back.
So I actually had to brainstorm, and
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use one of those platinum pieces I picked up to teleport to that room because an associated object has no failure chance.
Great. Okay, love that.
Genius.
No other than can be to enter, leave one level to another. Oh, so that actually will work.
Woot. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. There's some weird shit going down in Undermountain, but it only keeps you from moving around levels, so just within a level shouldn't be a problem. All right, so go ahead and roll me your percentile.
So with an associated object, 1 to 100 is all on target. So
is it?
I got.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Well, then I
I
guess
got
you
a
don't need
40,
to. Okay, well that's.
but it doesn't matter.
Right. All right. So you all find yourselves. Ooh, you all find yourselves back in the in that little treasure room very quickly.
My arrow goes off.
Oh yes, yes it does.
Ow! Again! Harry, that's the third time this week.
Oh yes. All right. So you all are there.
What
what are you
was
doing?
that?
My friends, I believe we've been betrayed.
That's called a trap, Bresh.
Indubitably.
I
Yeah.
think that Yavalkar means to take our glory this day.
I
think
think
you're
that
right.
was evident when they did the whole raising of the head thing. I wasn't going to complain, but it felt like a little bit rude.
A bit much, right?
Yeah, it was
Thought we were-
kind of a
What was-
dick move.
What was with that?
in hindsight, yes. In the moment,
we-
it felt like we were all in it together.
Yeah, it
Sort of.
really felt like we were having a Gith moment. It really
Right.
sort of frustrating.
Are we going to
Back?
attack?
Fuck no.
We could kill them.
I
or
hurt,
the
man.
Trail of Blacketh.
How many other Giths were in that room that we got teleported?
So there was
jumped
Yavalkar and Lashir and then 8 others.
Oh man, I dumped out all my platinum too. Damn it.
Well, we didn't take all of it. There's more right here.
Oh, you
Literally
no,
dumped
you,
out all
you
of
did take all
my
of it.
platinum.
Oh,
I
okay.
dumped out all of my platinum.
You may
Well,
not
let's-
have taken it all, Besh, but
Verbane,
Okay.
let's go get it back. Listen, I will listen. If Vlakith wants to kill me, she can do it herself. I'm not letting Yavalkar or
Ooh.
Lashir do it.
Can we take a brief respite?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I believe with your quick thinking there again, I believe we may have bought ourselves some time. They might have thought that we're just being crushed in there.
wait,
They may think us dead.
they sent you with us. Are you also in on this
Well-
there again?
Well, I get berated sometimes for this whole devil worship thing. I think Esmer's kind of cool, and I don't think Vlakith likes that because she's kind of in it with Tiamat. So, I think I probably got locked in.
Oh, that
And,
makes sense. Yeah, I usually get pretty pissy looks when I do my whole ancestor torture thing. So
God, I swear.
I'm gonna snap my finger and cast Lehman's tiny hut to give us a safe place to short rest.
Okay.
Yes.
okay.
All right. So a
So
short,
short
rest
rest.
is no problem. I'm gonna do some things while you all can roll your hit dice, whatever hit dice you have at this point, because we did
All
use
of them.
some. You do, and I believe Verbane does as well. But I don't remember if Garakas and Besh. I know we took a short rest before. I just don't remember if you all used any.
I'm sure I did. But...
I haven't been damaged yet today.
Oh, you're fine, right?
I'm doing great.
So Besh, I don't know how many you used. You would have gotten 7 back after your long rest. So whatever you had from before plus 7.
Okay. Plus 7. I don't know. It's not showing up in D&D Beyond.
Let me take a quick look.
I mean, it's not showing how many I had used. I think I accidentally reset my HP on that long rest and had to go manually overwrite it, and I think it like undid all of the hit die.
No worries. No worries. That's fine.
So I won't use them all.
That's fine.
Erican, you don't really think that we've been sent here to be put out of the way and taken care of, so to speak? Now that you've pointed it out, we are all interesting specimens of Githyankihood.
I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, Ravane makes them uncomfortable. I have a different belief system. You're old and probably has something about him.
I worship a demon. This one desecrates our ancestors, and you're old. They're on par.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. With that,
Well, I'm back up to full.
And Liamon's tiny hut lasts for an hour, correct?
8 hours.
8 hours. Okay. So how
So
long are
it's
you?
a long rest?
How long are you taking this rest for?
Short
Just a
rest.
short
Then we
rest.
can go kick their butt.
So just an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. No problem.
I spent
Then
10
I'm gonna
hit
take
dice.
8 hours to
Oh.
like try and figure out where we went. So
Yeah, I'm back
Bane,
up to
those must have
100.
been killer rolls if you're back up at full.
Well, I have a 5 con mod.
Verbane.
It helps a lot.
yeah, same. I had
Oh.
some killer rolls. So I mean, I had 14 hit dice to spend, and I get actually I get a D12, and I was only rolling a D10 for my hit dice. So I'm good.
All right. What are we doing?
Well, anyway.
If you all don't mind, I would I can regenerate my ward slowly with rituals, but I'm not sure it's worth it right now, actually. Let's just go blow some things up.
I think that's a
Indeed,
great plan.
and unless they have discovered this secret door that we found earlier, I believe we have a surprise entry.
Ooh,
That's
good
good. I like
idea.
Oh, yes. Smart.
And I can leave this hut here until we can come back. Or actually, I think it goes
I
away.
think
if
it goes
I-
away if you leave it. Yeah.
Never mind. I can cast it again if we need to.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
Arcane Recovery. I'll slot back.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you all are heading through the secret door and out to the north.
Try and sneak
Yes.
up on them.
All right. So you
I'll
all.
scout ahead to try and figure out where they are.
Sure. So you poke your head out there, and they are not in. There's no sign of them left in the chamber. You can make a wisdom survival check if you'd like to try and track them.
I would. It's a 28.
Great. I should look at a map. Actually, I should also get this Elitharid out of this screen since we're no longer actually looking at that. Whoops. There it is. All right. So, yes, you all head off to the north. There's nobody there. You check for tracks, and it looks like they've headed back to the west. Back the way you came, headed, at least for now, in the direction of the stronghold out to the west.
All right, I'll definitely follow those tracks until I can see they've either left the level or get some good indication of where they've gone.
Sure. The rest of you following Garakas?
Would we like to be invisible?
What's that?
Asking my party, would we
Ah.
like to be invisible?
I think we very much would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast invisibility at 5th level, targeting
Alright.
everybody.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Love that. So you all are invisible. You follow the path. Garakas, you see that it leads. The trail leads back into the Gith stronghold. And as you follow them inside there, invisibly and quietly, I'm sure, that entryway, the entry foyer, whatever, that big space where you first go in is completely empty again. And as you check through the rooms, they are all empty as well, mostly cleared of belongings. There are a few, there's a couple of desks in the chamber where where Lashir and Yavalkar set up their sort of offices, and there's some parchment and some other things left on the desk there that you can have a look at if you want, but other than that, pretty much everything has been cleared out of this stronghold.
I collect them up and throw them in my pack, but don't need to check them right now.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. It seems like they came in here and then vanished.
Make another wisdom survival check. It's a little harder in here because there's so much traffic, but not impossible.
Yeah. Right. Natural 20.
All right.
That's a 32.
Shit. So they headed back out, and this time headed south.
All right. Down towards like where the Neophilid was.
Yeah. And so you head that way, you get to the wall of force that's down there, and you see that the tracks sort of end at the wall of force.
Well, we know what to do here. I'm gonna Misty step through the wall.
Okay.
Ditto.
Yep.
All right. Therigan.
He's new here. I forgot.
Right.
Slap the wall and then step through it.
I was going to whatever. I'll Misty step through.
All right, great. There's okay. So you all end up on the other side. Make me another wisdom survival check to pick up the tracks again, since there's a weird gap here. Also,
so natural 18 on the die, so 30.
All right. Therigan, you see the body of the slain Neothalid in here, this 210-foot long, massive snake that has 3 sort of maw flaps, and it's pretty horrifying. But yes, Garakas, you're able to find the path again, and it leads to the south this time. And you get up to the south wall, and you all were pretty busy in here last time you were in here, so you never sort of were close enough to this area of the cavern here in the far south to notice that there is and again, you don't need to make a check because your passive is ridiculous. There is a panel in the wall here that seems to be some sort of a door.
All right. I'll wave everyone over. I'll wave everybody up. I seem to have passed through here. But,
actually, we can't see you wave because we're all invisible still.
Yeah.
I love the image of Gary though, just like waving and being like, "Who am I waving at?"
Yeah.
Oh, right. But yes, Garakas calls you all over, and you can push open that door. And you see a sort of sloping ramp that eventually becomes stairs leading downward into darkness.
Let's descend.
Time to go pick a fight.
Time to pick a fight? Or is it?
Therigan's like, is it though? Is it really?
I think it is.
Or is this a crossroads?
Nope. It's pretty much a one-way.
Well, unless you have a way to get us back to the astral plane so we can report this treachery.
I mean, I do tomorrow. Although if we're unwanted, perhaps we carve our own path.
I just really wanted to go back to the astral plane.
Gary's not gonna last much longer here. So. He's basically nothing.
Oh,
all bones.
I hold up Gary's sleeve and it just like joking, obviously. Gary, we go way back.
Hours and hours.
A whole day.
I think
since yesterday.
We napped together.
Oh, God.
I think if they steal our glory, Vlaakith will not favor us, and we will not. We will not have her favor when we die. So I think we need to reclaim the credit we should have for having killed this Illithirid.
All right, let's kill some traitors then.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So down you head.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you all begin to descend, and you travel for some time into darkness and continue going down. And as you do, ubiquitous camera sort of crossfades and zooms into Garakas' pouch and goes through the leather and into the notes that are inside of Garakas' pouch. And we see one of the letters that is addressed to Yavalkar that says, "My favored servant, you know as well as I that I couldn't care less about this small infestation of illithids. All that matters to me is that you rid me of these problematic individuals. They grow too powerful for comfort. See that they are no longer an issue for me." And it's signed with the symbol of the Lich Queen of the Githyanki. And that is where we're going to end level 17, the Seadeeps.
Woo! I'm getting a weird feeling we should check those notes. I felt some sort of scene change.
No, I like that as a leaving off point because it's like, oh, you don't know what's going to happen to them.
Yeah, yeah.
And now,
no idea.
And now,
literally dramatic irony.
That's right.
The audience knows something that the characters don't. What are they gonna do?
What are they gonna do? And now whoever's running level 18 can toss in some Gith if they want.
Dead Gith.
Dead Gith. Sure. Because obviously you all are gonna find them and kill them.
Oh yeah.
Or die. I mean,
oh yeah, it
you
is.
get death Gith.
Yes. So if you would like to throw some Gith into Vanark Doom, Nat, feel free.
I just might. This is fun.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for playing. Thank you all who are still with us for sticking it out and watching us finish out level 17, the Seadeeps, with our Gith Boy crew. I think overall they did really well. They managed to clear out most of the illithid infestation. Their story continues on in our hearts and minds, if not on camera. Let's go around once again, and everybody let us know who you are, where we can find you on social media if that's something you would like to share, and let us know your favorite moment from this evening's session. And we're going to go in the reverse order, so we're going to start with Nat this time.
Hi, I'm Nat. You can find me on Twitter as the Tuesday DM or at my tag CrimeNat, which has been rotating the entire session. I am just lots of D&D here on Variant Roles on. So Mondays is my busy day. I am on Encounter Roleplay at 5 Eastern time, and then as soon as that gets over at 9 Eastern time, I'm over here at Variant Roles for level 18 Vanrik Doom, which is what Twitch thinks this was.
Right.
And that Encounter Roleplay is Ravnica Learn to Play, and we have lots of fun.
Yeah.
And I play another because I only do wizards for some reason.
I love
That's me.
I love it. What was your favorite part from this evening?
Right. Might have been right at the beginning where do I have to be pleased?
No, absolutely not.
Yes.
Really good. Steve, how about you?
Yeah, name's Steve. Had a great time. Thank you so much. At Hustle and Fro on Twitter, and the other one, Instagram.
That's the one.
Not much going on there, but check it out if you feel like it. Favorite moment? I don't know. Certainly nothing that Besh did.
I love Besh.
No, to some extent, me too. I think my favorite part was 4 idiots jumping down a hole they knew would kill them.
I thought we were gonna have to. I thought I was gonna have to try and push you in there, and I knew they weren't gonna be able to push Verbane in, and it was gonna turn into a fight. And
I'd say I was really close to just vitriolic sphering the entire crowd.
I was wondering if you were going to. All right, excellent, Sean.
So I'm Sean Goodison. You can find me at High Score Kid on Twitter. That's where I mostly hang out. I'm available for illustration commissions. I love doing D&D characters especially, so if you're interested, hit me up for that. And I've loved playing Garakas. Just the idea of the elderly Githyanki who just really wants to go home. It's been great.
I love it.
I think my 2 favorite moments, one was Therigan just magnetoing the doors and also just using telekinesis to just pin mind flayers against the walls.
Pretty badass.
And the second one was obviously just being really cheeky and forcing the Eulithrid to disarm his stuff and then stealing it.
It's a totally useless implement for anyone but a Eulithrid, but that was kind of shitty of you.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was basically just my turn where I got to do just a big middle finger to
Yes, you did. Really good. Last but most certainly not least, Taryn.
Hey everybody, Taryn. You can find me on Twitter at TarzanOZ, and then you can find me here on Sundays as we are kicking off an Urban Shadows campaign, which is powered by the Apocalypse. It is titled Juno: What Darkness Costs. Yes, there is a pun in that, or at least wordplay, because who knows?
Like, do you know?
Yeah,
what
yeah,
darkness
basically.
Yes,
Yep, there it is. Anyway, but yeah, so we are kicking that off. We had our session 0 last week, and our first session, actually playing the game, is this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe. I
Check
think
the schedule. Right. It's right below us.
I don't know if it's on the schedule, but we'll tweet about it. So follow us there. But yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. And my favorite moment of the evening, was just all of the group interactions and getting to be real extra tonight. So
yeah,
I just love
it. Was
being extra.
really great. It was really great. All right, and I am Eugenio Vargas, also known as your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands. You can find me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. I am the dungeon master for the actual play podcast, The Last Refuge. We just dropped a new episode today. You can find us on Twitter at DND Last Refuge. And if you want to listen to our episodes, you can find them on iTunes, Stitcher, all the normal places, or at our website, dndlastrefuge.com. What else do I have to talk about with me before I start doing all the channel plugs? So this was my last week for a little while here streaming Dungeon of the Mad Mage with VR. The next opportunity that you all will have to see me live is on April 26th, so at the end of this month on Friday. I'm going to be on Dragon Talk, the official Dungeons & Dragons podcast. So you can go to twitch.tv/DND and check out my interview there. Super excited. Have no idea what time, but I'm sure it'll say on the channel. And yeah, that's me for right now. Check out the podcast, check out the interview on that Friday, and that's what I got. Now, for the channel, we are obviously in the middle of a big ol' long series of Dungeon of the Mad Mage levels. As Matt already mentioned, he's running level 18 right now. We've got a bunch of other levels that are going on each week. We have 3 different Mad Mage sessions on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. We have our Urban Shadows campaign that Taryn is running on Sundays. There's an Invisible Sun game on Saturdays. Checking the schedule. Saturday evenings. Great. All kinds of really exciting, really fun stuff. So please follow the channel so that you get notifications for when we go live. You can check out all of our other programming. Also, if you like what you've seen here and want to support us, not just with your presence, but with your money, we would appreciate that so much. We're trying really hard to grow our community and grow our programming, and anything you can give to help is a huge help. So if that means subscribing to the channel, that's awesome. If that means hopping to patreon.com/variantrolls and becoming even just a $1 a month patron, every little bit helps, and we so appreciate it. You can follow the channel on Twitter at @variantrolls, and I think that's it. Keep an eye out. There's some really exciting stuff coming up in the next few weeks. Thank you so much for keeping an eye out on us. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Hope you've enjoyed level 17, the Seadeeps. Have a great night, everybody, and as always, happy gaming, y'all.